Hello, everyone, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium, where tonight the North Quincy Raiders will play host to the Plymouth North Eagles. My name is Jonathan Clary. I want to thank you for tuning into this edition of QATV Sports. Today is going to be a special pregame show, and the North Quincy Raiders are going to have a Veterans Day ceremony to honor all those who have served our country. So we're going to go down to our PA announcer for the ceremony right now.
There are also 5 special honorees that we honor tonight. First up, wearing the number 2 jersey, representing James C. Adair, U.S. Army, World War II, killed in action. Dalen Marquez, Sr. Number 3, representing Earl T. Brown, Jr., U.S. Army, World War II, Marquise Rodriguez Smith. Number 4, representing William R. Caddy, Congressional Medal of Honor winner, Ariel White. Number 5, Gerald E. Cameron, U.S. Army, worn by Tim Tolan. Number 6, Kenneth C. Clifford, United States Marines, worn by Ryan Sampson. Number 7, Robert S. Coleman, U.S. Army, World War II, Nate Sampson. Number 8, worn by 2002 graduate North Quincy High School, United States Air Force, representing Dennis C. Thompson. His mom, Maureen Thompson, and sister Danielle Thompson. Number 9, representing Joseph L. Corrigan, U.S. Army Air Corps, worn by Gavin Brown. Number 10, Stanley R. Cromwell, U.S. Marines, World War II, worn by Jordan Mahoney. Number 11, John E. Desmond, U.S. Army, World War II, worn by Dan Hudak. Number 12, Charles T. Caldwell, United States Army, killed in action during Operation Iraqi Freedom, worn by Brendan Kearns. Number 13, John A. Dennison, U.S. Army, worn by Cam Sampson. Number 14, DeForest E. Ela, Army, World War II, Ben Wallenjohn. Everett Parker Pope, Congressional Medal of Honor winner, U.S. Marines, World War II, won by Ronan Brown. Number 17, George E. Follett, U.S. Army, World War II, won by Mikey Galligan. Number 18, Charles Sweeney, United States Air Force, World War II, won by Thomas Bradley. Number 19, John R. Fry, Army Air Corps, worn by John Nuku. Number 21, Thomas B. Green, Army Air Corps, World War II, worn by Ben Hudak. Number 22, William R. Hampton, United States Army, World War II, worn by Silas McKinney. Number 23, Floyd B. Henry, U.S. Army, World War II, worn by Mark Ibrahim. Number 24, John R. Kerrigan, United States Marine Corps, World War II, worn by Ryan Wirtz. Number 25, Walter P. Ledbetter, World War II, worn by Eric DeLima. Number 26, Robert W. Morton, World War II, worn by Ryan Chen. Number 27, Francis A. Mullen, Army, World War II, worn by Alvin Nicola. Number 28, William R. Murphy, U.S. Army, World War II, worn by Sean Silva. Number 29, Ralph J. Willard Jr., Vietnam, worn by Jensen Wu. Number 30, George M. Nielsen, U.S. Army, World War II, jersey worn by Zai Zhu. Number 31, Warren J. Nicholson, World War II, worn by Thomas Yang. Number 32, Charles J. Kavanaugh, United States Army, World War II. Person of which Kavanaugh Field, North Quincy's practice field, is named upon. Won by Patrick Connor. Number 33, Edward R. Norton, Marines, World War II, won by Bill Conley. Number 34, Guy L. Page Jr., World War II, won by Michael Nista. Number 36, Richard A. Stratton, United States Navy, is actually still with us, one of the longest POWs ever held in American history. In Vietnam, won by Joseph Knox. Number 39, Harry D. Page, United States Army, World War II, won by Armando Vega. Number 41, Caleb M. Palmer Jr., United States Army, World War II, won by Cole Doyle. Number 44, George K. Patton, United States Army, World War II, won by Blake Nelson. Number 45, Irving R. Patton, United States Army, World War II, won by Muhammad Al-Zubaydi. Number 47, Edwin M. Prada, World War II, won by Andy Lowe. Number 49, Charles P. Reeks, United States Navy, World War II, won by Jaden Lee. Number 50, Sidney B. Richardson, United States Army, World War II, won by Noah Baker. Number 52, Robert W. Riddell, United States Army, World War II, won by Alan Guan. Number 53, James R. Rouse, World War II, won by Hussein Al-Zubaydi. Number 54, Carlton S. Stoyle, World War II, won by Michael Finney. Number 55, Daniel J. Sullivan, World War II, won by Giuseppe Taloico. Number 56, Ralph W. Sullivan, World War II, won by Joseph Nista. Number 57, Charles S. Taylor, World War II, won by Ray Marcel. Number 58, William O. Vidot, World War II, won by Zaire Hospitalis. Number 59, George S. Walker Jr., World War II, won by Johnson. Number 63, Richard H. Walker, World War II, won by Brady Craig. Number 64, Charles R. Watkins, World War II, Kevin O'Shea, wearing white jersey. Number 66, Robert A. Whedon, World War II, won by Brody Baker. Number 67, Norman White, World War II, won by Jake Campbell. Number 68, Robert L. Adams, Korean War, won by Nolan Ayer. Number 69, Albert J. Bergeron, Korean War, won by Miles Dowell. Number 70, Thomas B. Bishop, Korean War, won by Anderson Chen. Number 71, Martin R. Keefe, Vietnam, won by Matthew Travers, United States Marine Corps. Number 72, Lee H. Favorite, Korean War, won by Joey Rodriguez. Number 73, Robert J. Foley, Korean War, won by Seamus Keneally. Number 75, Daniel N. Gilbert, Korean War, won by Kevin Cadillo. 76, Bernard A. McDougal, Korean War, won by Sean Pierre. Number 77, Albert L. Rogers, Korean War, won by Mike F. Cody. Number 78, Brian P. Ahern, United States Marine Corps, Vietnam, won by Ethan Zhao. Number 79, Edward Allen Brudno, United States Air Force, Vietnam, one of the longest POWs held in U.S. history, won by Brevin Lyons. Number 80, George F. Fell Jr., Vietnam, won by Aiden George. Number 81, Peter Jerry, Vietnam, won by Tommy Wirtz. Number 82, Richard J. Vasconcelos, Vietnam, won by Ryan Thone. Number 84, Lawrence E. Soroyas, United States Marine Corps, Vietnam, won by Paul Glynn. Number 85, James A. Stark, Vietnam, won by Spencer Knight. Number 87, Davis O. Sullivan, Vietnam, won by Billy Kennedy. Number 88, William F. Deegan, United States Marine Corps and U.S. Marshal Service, won by Anea Panariti. Number 89, Gary J. Webb, Vietnam, won by Jack Coughlin. At this time, we will present colors presented by the North Quincy Junior RRTC.
Now doing our national anthem is student at North Quincy High, Carla Jones.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. wear. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the field as Christine Cugini, Director of Veterans Affairs for the City of Quincy, will say a few words.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'm here with my friend and colleague, retired Army Major Allie Sleeman. Allie, would you come up for a few words, please?
Thank you, Christine. On behalf of the Quincy Restaurants Council, I'd like to thank North Quincy High School, Mr. Sean Halpin, Coach Ryan Craig, and all others involved for putting together this evening's event to honor our veterans. On Veterans Day, we extend our deepest gratitude to all of our nation's veterans, past and present. Their sacrifices, bravery, and unwavering dedication to our country has forged a legacy of honor and resilience that will never be forgotten. Each veteran has faced trials and challenges that many will never comprehend, but yet they continually display an extraordinary strength that unites us all. Please remember and honor their service and sacrifice, not only on Veterans Day, but throughout the year, as we enjoy the freedom that they have sacrificed so much to defend. Thank you.
To our service members, both past and present, we thank you for your courage, your sacrifice, your devotion to duty. Your commitment inspires us, and today we stand united as a community to express our heartfelt gratitude. I just want to say thank you to the Army recruiters, Navy recruiters, and U.S. Marine Corps recruiters that are here with us tonight. And thank you all for coming out on this very special evening. In North Quincy, you did an amazing job. Thank you so much. Get it done. It is with a great honor and privilege that I get to introduce to you the City of Quincy's Mayor, Mayor Thomas P. Koch.
Thank you, Christine, and good evening, everybody. You know, it's interesting, two of the most historic communities, Plymouth, Massachusetts and Quincy, Massachusetts, playing here tonight on Veterans Memorial Stadium. Happy birthday to our Marines out there. Today's their birthday. Congratulations. Just a quick story. I got a call from Captain Richard Stratton congratulating me on my re-election the day after the election. And I can't help but thinking about the story of him and Alan Brudno. They both graduated from North Quincy High School from different years, didn't know each other. They came to know each other through the tapping through the walls of the cell blocks at the Hanoi Hilton. both extraordinary individuals. Captain Stratton came back and went on to live his life. Alan Bredno, top of his class at North, near the top of his class at MIT, wanted to be an astronaut. He was told he had to fly some missions. He spent 7.5 years in prison, came home, and because we didn't have the services for these men back then, within a few months he took his own life. So let us be mindful of the incredible sacrifice the men and women who have served to defend the freedoms that we know and enjoy. And believe me, across this country, those freedoms are under attack. So this should be a model for our entire country. This is a great nation, and let us be mindful and grateful to our veterans. God bless America.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the captains to midfield. Captains will be escorted out tonight onto the field. Tonight's ordinary game captain will be John Magnarelli. Mr. Magnarelli is a 1967 graduate of North Quincy High School, where he was a two-way starter on the 1967 Red Raider Class A state championship team and is a member of the school's Hall of Fame. Mr. Magnarelli is a proud veteran of the United States Army and proudly served in Vietnam, where he was awarded the Bronze Star. Please join us in honoring Mr. Magnarelli as well as all our honored guests.
Gentlemen, pleasure to be here tonight. It's an honor to be here tonight. Gentlemen,
Captains for the
it's always
Plymouth
great to
North
meet the
Eagles.
captains. It's an honor to be here tonight,
Number 8,
and it's good
Dayton Costa. Number
for you to
10,
be
Seamus
here.
Whiting. Number 16, Sean King. And number 58,
Take a moment now
Brian
and introduce
Russell.
yourselves to one another, please.
Captains for the Raiders, number 7, Nate Sampson. 10, Jordan Mahoney. 52, Alan Guan. 54, Michael Finney. Number 88, Anaya Panariti.
Mr. Magnarelli stepped up and did what I was going to ask you gentlemen to do because of the kind of gentleman that he is. An honored veteran from the Vietnam War, an honored official that worked with us for 25, 30 years, 46 years. The United States of America stands on Mr. Magnarelli's shoulders. Thank you. He's going to help us here tonight by tossing a coin when we get to that level. Do I have a speaking captain for Plymouth North? Do I have the speaking captain for North Quincy? We're going to use a coin, gentlemen. There's an official on one side and a football on the other. The official is heads. Tails, heads, tails. Heads, tails, heads, and tails. Mr. Magnarelli is going to start with the head side up, going to toss in the air. Whatever it lands at is what we're going to take. We need you to decide whether you want to call heads or tails for the toss of the coin. Mr. Magnarelli, please. Call it heads or tails?
Tails. Tails you call.
Tails, Mr. Stead.
Tails.
It is a heads.
We never win.
North Quincy's won the toss.
You want the ball?
Stay right here.
All right. What we want.
Gentlemen, what goal do you want to defend? Which would?
Defend that end zone.
And kick this way, correct?
Yes, sir.
Put your backs over there, Plymouth North. North Quincy here with me, gentlemen. We're going to start the game with North Quincy in the football at this end of the field. Plymouth North will kick to them. Gentlemen, as captains of this momentous night, I want you to shake hands, wish each other luck, and take a moment, take one more moment, and shake Mr. Magnarelli's hand before we leave.
Special shout out to Master Sergeant.
Throws it into the end zone. Touchdown! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium, where tonight the North Quincy Raiders play host to the Plymouth North Eagles on a Veterans Day ceremony day. My name is Jonathan Clary, and thanks for tuning in to this edition of QATV Sports. I'm being joined up here in the booth by Martin Dunham. And Martin, it was a hopefully a first annual tradition here for North Quincy with a salute to veterans. They did a nice job there of all the players have a name on the back of a veteran or someone who served in the military, and a lot of those were North Quincy High School graduates, and honoring all those people here today.
Yeah, tremendous pregame ceremony here. Let's say it was about 20, 30 minutes. They read off a bunch of names here pregame. I know there have been a number of individuals within North Quincy that have helped put this together pretty quickly, I might add, considering we didn't know what the matchup was going to shake out to be until Sunday afternoon. So all this came together pretty quick. I know Sean Halpin, voice of like Quincy Youth Football and all that, he was on the mic doing a lot of stuff pregame, and he helped with the green uniforms that you see out there tonight. Very nice sharp green uniforms for the Raiders. I know from the school, I know Rich Ragusa was one who helped organize a lot of it as well, with a number of people. So it's a really great job tonight.
Real quick, we do want to thank a couple of veterans. I know, Martin, you have a veteran in your family that I don't know if you might want to give a thanks out to possibly.
Yeah, my father served in Marines, so I'm very thankful for that as well. My mother also served in the Air Force. So very grateful for that. Just like, everybody's knows multiple people that have served, so it's definitely a great day to be able to honor them.
Yep, certainly. I want to giving a big thank you to my dad, Robert Caleri, who is in the United States Navy. I want to thank him for his service. And also we have someone down in the QATV truck who served in the service as well, Peter Doherty, our director, who there you see on your screen right there. There's Peter in the United States Navy. So we want to thank Peter for his service to our country. Peter's been a long-time volunteer at QATV, and he's been in the truck for many, many football games. We're on camera for many games and all the other different things that we have. So we want to thank Peter for his service to our country and for all he's done for QATV as well. And for all the veterans that live here in the city of Quincy, we want to wish you a happy Veterans Day and thank you for all your service that you've done so we can be here today. So both teams have gone into the locker room, which was a little bit of a surprise to us. We thought they were going to be getting ready to go right after the ceremony started. So maybe, Martin, we can talk for a couple more minutes here as we try to kill some time before kickoff happens. You mentioned we weren't sure what this game was going to be last week. This is the non-playoff matchup games that we are in. North Quincy last week was in the playoffs, and they went down to Barnstable to face off against a tough Barnstable team. And fortunately, North Quincy was on the losing end of that game. Again, a very tough Barnstable team. North Quincy was hanging in there for the first quarter and a half, and then Barnstable really pulled away.
Yeah, first half they were right there. Barnstable took a quick 14-0 lead in the first quarter. They had a couple of big passes to their star receiver. Right at the end of the first quarter, North got the ball pinned deep, but they did a great job. They were able to drive it down the field, run the ball, pass the ball a little bit. They scored, cut it to a one-score game, and they had a shot to tie it up. They had goal to go inside the 10, but unfortunately they got backed up and weren't able to score, and that was kind of one of the turning points in that game. And then Barnstable took it away in the second half. But Barnstable is a great team, physical football team, and they're playing tonight against Peabody with the shots go to the state semifinals for Division II. So no shame there in losing to that team. A very talented Barnstable Red Hawk team.
Last week we were here at the stadium, QATV was, and we saw Quincy High School play against Bridgewater Raynham, a team we hadn't seen for a little bit, but former Old Colony League rivals, again, faced off here at the stadium, and Quincy was had a tough game. The Presidents did against the Trojans. They were hanging in there. They had some opportunities, but some turnovers hurt them. In the end, the Trojans pulled out, and Quincy High School facing off against Newton North this week, and getting ready for Thanksgiving Day game coming up in a couple of weeks. So both teams here trying to get things polished and ready for Thanksgiving, Martin. And, unfortunately, that's where the season is at now. Not that these games don't matter here on the field, but, it's going to be kind of a little tough for these teams to not be looking forward to Thanksgiving Day against Quincy or North Quincy.
This has always been the toughest week. the week before Thanksgiving, because you know what's on the horizon, and emotionally you're trying to get up for this game, but knowing you just lost in the playoffs, so you got up emotionally for that, the disappointment of losing, and now you have a game before Thanksgiving. So we'll see how these teams come out tonight. I know Quincy lost to BR last week, and BR is a tough physical team. When they come up here a couple of years ago to face North, it was same thing. They grind it out, smash it out. And Quincy, I saw last night, good job bouncing back in a old school Big 12 barn burner, 52-50 in double overtime. So I'm sure the Presidents are excited to get back on the winning track heading into Thanksgiving. That could be a huge break for them as well.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of ground and pound game out of the Trojans. They didn't pass the ball once last week against Quincy High School. All running, all on the ground, and came out on top. But like I said, Quincy able to bounce back and get a positive note before Thanksgiving. And just like North Quincy's going to try to do here as well. North Quincy ended the season kind of on a rough streak there, Martin. They were able to beat Pembroke back in week 6, but they lost to Scituate, Hanover, and then we mentioned Barnstable. No shame in those 3 losses right there, Scituate, Hanover, and Barnstable. Scituate and Hanover, of course, league games and 2 tough teams. But North Quincy would like to get a win here tonight and really kind of turn some things around, have some positive information and positive outlook going into Thanksgiving. And again, just kind of get some momentum on their side.
Definitely. And those are 3 teams that are still playing in the playoffs tonight, or this week rather. So
right.
The schedule has been, as everybody knew, this schedule at this point of the year was going to be extremely difficult and extremely challenging, and hopefully it's going to pay off down the stretch here.
All right, looks like the teams are getting ready to come out of the tunnel yet again. Again, this was a Veterans Day ceremony here at the stadium. And they've did a nice job announcing a lot of different veterans that were here. And then also they've been putting full-screen graphics up on the Jumbotron here in the stadium of different men who have served in the military, from graduates from North Quincy High School, either veterans or those who served and passed away as well. And they mentioned those during the ceremony as well. Mayor Thomas Koch, you might have heard at the beginning of the game, mentioned about Lieutenant Stratton and Alan Brudno, 2 men that were prisoners of war in Vietnam at the Hanoi Hilton and were there for many, many years. And Dick Stratton alive today and doing well, and unfortunately Alan Brudno could not get over the mental struggles when he came back to the States when he was freed, and was one of the men who took his lives. And also we should mention too, one of the memorials in the city of Quincy. Quincy, first of all, has a lot of great memorials to veterans and those who served and those who passed away. But the Vietnam Veterans Memorial down at Marina Bay at the Clock Tower is really one of the nicest memorials that's around. It's simple but yet effective, and that's one of my favorite ceremonies each year when they honor all those Vietnam veterans, the 50 men who gave their lives. So we want to mention that, but we also want to make sure that we mention all the veterans who are still here with us today, and that's what Veterans Day is really about, is thanking all those people who served and continue to serve our communities in one way or another. So we want to thank them again, and can't thank them here enough.
I just want to shout out to, I know North's got a few on staff currently right now as well, who served: Jeff Powers, Tom Carter, Paul Brown. I hope I didn't miss anyone there. But those 3 guys, they serve on the North Quincy staff right now, and they served in our armed forces as well. So I want to give those guys a shout out.
All right, teams back out onto the field, as you can see.
So it's a weird, coaches are in teams are creatures of habit, and this has been everything but habit tonight with a fantastic ceremony, but there's been a long break between the end of the warm-up to right now we're going to kick off. They did the anthem, they did the coin toss, and then we saw everybody go in the locker room for almost 10 minutes. So this is quite a change to the usual routine, I guess you would say, for teams and coaches. So we'll see how North Quincy and Plymouth North come out and see if they're ready to go.
Should mention both teams come into this game with a record of 3-6. Last week, Plymouth North, they were in the Division II first round against Marshfield for the MIA playoffs. They lost that game by a score of 55-34. And again, we mentioned North Quincy losing to Barnstable 42-7. So both teams seeing that they can get things turned around here. You can see there on your screen Plymouth North, and we do want to mention that those white jerseys with the silver numbers, they look nice on your camera there, but they are extremely tough to read up here in the booth. So we're going to do our best to see what we can do and make sure we get the numbers called correctly. They are definitely a tough thing to see up here, especially with the bright lights bouncing off that silver and the white. So we will do our best to see what we can do and bring accurate numbers to you here tonight. So the number 41, Keegan Carr, will be getting ready to kick it away for the Eagles. North Quincy won the toss and elected to receive.
I like that from North. Win the toss, take the ball. The offense has been, they've been getting better these past few weeks. They got some dynamic ball players back there. It's good to see them get the ball in their hands right away.
All right, short kick over to the far side of the field, fielded by North Quincy at about their own 20-yard line. And see who it was there for North. Looks like it was number 7 for the Raiders. That's Nate Sampson. Those will see here in the replay. Takes it up back to the 37-yard line.
Good job there by North special teams. As we'll see, Sampson fields it pretty cleanly, comes right onto it, goes right up the sideline. There's no dancing around. He just puts his foot in the ground and goes straight upfield, which is exactly what you want in return. Get as many yards as you can. North's going to get the ball in their 37 to start. Sampson last week was the leading receiver for North. 8 catches, 84 yards. He's been a steady two-way player, offense, defense, and a big contributor on special teams as well.
All right, North Quincy led by junior quarterback Mikey Gallagher, number 17. He fakes the handoff. Quick pass is complete to number 33, Will Conley. And catch for Conley, gets across midfield, and they're going to spot him down at the Plymouth North 40, see where they mark him, 47.
Great job there by Gallagher, and they get the run action up front, and they get Conley right over the middle, so see in the replay. They run trap up front, and then if the linebacker comes up the field, they got Conley replacing it right behind it. Good job by Gallagher and Conley to hit on that connection. Conley, the leading receiver for North this year. He's receptions-wise, he's got almost 30.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Raiders now. Another play-action fake pass complete to Conley to the left side this time. Same play, just opposite sides. And Conley's going to have another first down up to the North 35.
So see in the replay here, it's just an easy read. Teach the quarterback earstrap a couple times. All you're doing is looking at one defender, one receiver, and you're reading his first step. If he's downhill, you're just replacing throwing the ball right away. If he steps back or if he stays in place and he's going to cover that route, they'll just hand it off and run play up the middle.
All right, they mark Conley down at the 36, actually. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for North Quincy. Handoff goes to Hudak over to the left side. And let's see, he's going to get up to the 21-yard line.
Good run there by Hudak, tough runner. Been great all year for North, as we'll see in the replay. Just missed it pre-snap, but we'll see Plymouth North, it looked like their adjustment there is they're going to mess with that safety a little bit. They're going to bring him up and see if they can't make Mike Gallagher think a little bit longer or hesitate and maybe make a mistake. They'll bring that safety up and then maybe roll him back right at the snap.
I said the 21-yard line. I should correct myself. It's going to be to the 31-yard line.
Oh, they got him.
Looking downfield, and is incomplete, and no flags on the field there. Lou was looking once again for Conley.
Roll-out play there. They use this quick little motion. He comes in, and then at the snap, he's going to bounce it back outside, and he runs a wheel route. Gallagher rolling. He's got good time. As you can see right at the tail end of that play there, Conley had the step on the defensive back. Just missed that connection by inches.
Looked like he had to slow down a little bit there to come back for the ball. Gallagher could have thrown a little bit further, and it might have had 6 points on the board there.
Yeah, he might have been nervous. There was a safety in the middle, but he thought he was getting pushed away there. So he might have hesitated just half a second.
Handoff up the middle for North Quincy.
That's going to be close.
Yeah, Hudak is going to get up to the 27, and they need to get to the 26, as you'll see here in the replay.
Here we go. And some of that offensive line for North was there was somebody out there. It might have been Brody Baker. He was calling for it. Those guys up front want to go for it. North's going to bring in heavy personnel. If I'm going to hedge my bets, it's going to be quarterback sneak, and they're just going to push Mike and let it roll.
All right, Galligan goes under center, and they're going to go with that Philly push. And huge run here for North Quincy, and they're going to get across the 25 all the way up to the 21-yard line. First down, North Quincy.
Coach Craig is absolutely fired up on the sideline, and rightfully so. They just took a quarterback sneak and rolled it about 8-9 yards there, John, was it? I mean, that was incredible. The push up front, the push from the backfield, aiding the offensive lineman. Those guys did their job excellent right there. As we see coming off, I think that was Taylor Marquez, maybe number 2, and Big Mike at Kobe, 77, extra offensive lineman, checking in on that last play.
All right, so the Raiders now have a 1st and 10 from the Plymouth North 21-yard line. Galligan in the shotgun, Hudak to his right. And play action fake. Trying to find something. Galligan rolls out, looks downfield, complete, and touchdown, North Quincy! Going up there for the big catch, Jordan Mahoney, and they put 6 on the board.
Awesome connection there from North. As we see in the replay, Plymouth North went no free safety. They went straight man coverage. They sent an outside linebacker, and Mikey just needed a little bit of time for Jordan Mahoney to come from the left side across to the right, and Jordan just beat his man across the field. He got open. Mikey threw it right on him. Great pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Great job by Galligan to keep that play alive. As you said, he rolled to the near side, Martin, and found Mahoney as he broke free to put 6 points on the board. And now North Quincy will see if they can make it 7-0. And the kick is going to be blocked by Plymouth North. Good push there by the Eagles to come up and block that kick. But nonetheless, North Quincy will take a 6-0 lead with 8:51 left to go in the first.
Getting Jordan Mahoney back last week was a big addition for North. He's been out for a few weeks dealing with an injury, and I know, seen him around the school a couple times. He's been working real hard with training staff and trying to get himself ready to go for the tail end of the season here for what he's got left. And he was able to play a little bit last week, and this week I think his role's expanded a little bit, and he's really fired up. He's a good physical football player. He's got some quickness to him too, as we saw in that last play. He's really worked on his receiving skills so that he can be, he's not just a power running back now. He's a receiving back that can do multiple things. So huge addition for the North offense. We'll see if he's going to play any defense tonight. He's an inside linebacker by trade. We'll see if North is going to utilize him both ways tonight or whether they just keep him on offense for now.
All right, so North Quincy does exactly what they wanted to do. They win the toss, select to receive, and they go downfield and score a touchdown to take the early lead.
42 is kicking off for the Raiders. Don't have a name to go with that number, but
All right, onside kick attempt there by North, and it's going to be fielded cleanly by Plymouth North at their own 43-yard line. Looked like it was number 4 there, Riley Garsh.
Good job there by North, just doing a little field position. They're not going to take any chances in the air, as we'll see in the replay, and that was a pretty good hop there. So I think that's one of the newer Raiders. He's not in our roster, but I'm told that he's on there, but I think he's listed as 41, Jacoby Wall, on that kick. I think it was a good choice too by North with the whole pregame ceremony not being out there for a while. The idea that you're taking the ball and you can just go right at them instead of playing defense and you're kind of reacting a little bit. You're just going right at them. Definitely paid off.
All right, Plymouth North comes out, going downfield, have a man open, and it's incomplete. Was looking downfield for number 7, Brendan Keefe. I should say Seamus Whiting's the quarterback, senior quarterback for Plymouth North. Threw a nice ball there, but just overthrew, as we'll see here in the replay, looking for Keefe.
Whiting's a big kid. He's got a strong arm. He's one of the focal points of the Eagle offense, as we'll see in the replay. Nate Sampson in coverage there, but Plymouth North's not going to be afraid to sling the ball around a little bit. They'll go 4 receivers. They'll go 5 wide receivers, as you see here, with no running back. They got like an H-back type there, but they're going to be slinging around tonight.
Whiting rolling out, pass again, and it's complete downfield, down to the North Quincy 40-yard line. Actually, no, I'm sorry, incomplete. They're going to say it was incomplete. The receiver couldn't have control of the ball as he went to the ground, and I believe that was T.J. Cohen.
they'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And
I think it was
Oh,
18.
no, yeah, I think
John.
it was 18. Armando Garcia, excuse me.
Good job there by Tim Tolan in coverage, sophomore. Another one of the Raiders that they've been able to get back from the injury list the past couple weeks. Great time of the year for the Raiders to be able to get back a lot of these guys off the injury list and get some of these talented athletes back out there. But North's going to line up again. They go empty backfield. 3 receivers towards their sideline. You get 2 on the bottom.
All right, 3rd and 10 now for the Eagles. North Quincy blitzing, pass downfield, and incomplete. Was looking for number 2, Logan Zemotel. And nice coverage down there by North Quincy's number 5, Tim Tolan, as we'll see on the replay.
Zemotel just ran a post right down the middle, and Tim Tolan was right there to help kind of get in the way of the vision there. The ball was just slightly overthrown, but tough to throw a post. We can get a free safety right there in the middle.
All right, so the Eagles will punt it away on 4th and 10. And it goes over his head, and he's going to jump on it, and North Quincy's going to have the ball at the 20-yard line. Martin, I think they might have lucked out there. Almost could have been a late hit.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's a bang tough situation there. As you see, the ball is loose, so I can see where Marquez is trying to make a play, but no flag there. The snap was slow getting back there, so I think North had a shot at blocking that, even if it didn't go over the punter's head. But this is the break that North needed right here. These are some of the breaks that they haven't had the past few weeks. Let's see if they can take advantage of it here. Ball on the 20, short field, up 6-0. Chance to really make a statement here in the first quarter.
So a huge play there, as it was almost about a 20-yard turnaround going backwards for Plymouth North, and North Quincy, now has it 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff goes to Hudak, and it was a nice tackle there by number 20, Kevin Morera.
Nice job there by Morera, as we'll see on the replay. North just runs a little trap play. They got Marquez kicking out the end. Hudak coming downhill, but they do a good job there containing that. And those are things that the offensive staff will look at. If they're going to be overly aggressive playing in the middle, they might try and go back to those little seam routes right over the middle again, or right off tackle. See if they can take advantage of that.
1-yard gain for North Quincy and Hudak on that last play. 2nd down and 9 from the 19 now. 3 receivers to the left of quarterback Mikey Galligan. Galligan looking, goes to the right instead, and it is caught. Touchdown, North Quincy.
What a catch.
Ben Wallenjob goes up over the defender, and brings it down for the touchdown.
Gallagher is locked in. We'll see the replay. Plymouth North went middle of the field safety, so Mike knows he's got one-on-one on the backside with Wallenjob, and he throws it up there. Big athlete. Goes right over the top. Catches it. What a fantastic play by Ben Wallenjob. What a throw by Galligan. The Raiders are on the board again. They are ready to go tonight, I'll tell you. There is no hangover or disappointment of any kind, emotional letdown. These guys are ready tonight.
We've seen that play from Wallenjob a couple times in previous games, and he's been so close to making it, and then bang, right there, it comes up big for North.
He had a couple. His breakout game down at Pembroke, he had a couple of those.
All right, North going
he's
to 2.
got it.
Galligan running to the corner, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Mikey Galligan saw the seam and went to it, and North Quincy now leads 14-0.
Yeah, it looked like a pass. He just rolled out, and nice and easy. Put North in man. North played it out, and Mike had all the green space there. That's Mike's 15th touchdown pass of the year. He's only got 6 picks as well, which is surprising. When you would see a team with the record that North has, you might think that they've turned it over a lot, and Mikey's done a really good job this year maturing, not turning the ball over. To have a 15-6 touchdown interception ratio of over 1,600 yards, it's a pretty impressive stat line.
Martin, I believe you said Galligan was a single-season touchdown leader for North Quincy. He broke that a couple weeks ago, I believe, when we were here at the stadium.
Yeah, he's got the yards, too, so he's really put together a great individual season. And a lot of these guys around him have improved with him this year as well. Talking about the offensive line has really developed. They've really come along, having a bunch of new faces up front. The wide receiving core, a strength that was coming back. The North knew they had the athletes this year on the outside, and they've come through big.
All right, North will kick it away, and against a line drive there. It goes off to the Plymouth North receiver, but he's able to jump on it at the 30-yard line. Number 27 there, Nick Reardon, brings it up.
Wonder if he's got any relation to Bill Reardon. Bill Reardon, Quincy High, he's on the Plymouth North staff as a defensive coach, I know, this year, helping out down there, so that might be his son. So you see, we get a good look at the coaches, one of the coaches there. I think that might have been Jeff Powers.
See, Coach Bill Reardon was a longtime Quincy coach, a coordinator and head coach for many years at Quincy High School, Quincy High grad as well. All right, Plymouth North comes out on their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:36 to go in the first quarter. They're going to hand it off for the first time over to the right side. Brennan Keefe, and nice job there by the Raiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Raiders come up to bring him down. It looked like it was number 84, Paul Glynn, leading the charge.
Yeah, Mr. Glynn, defensive end, kept contained. His blocker went down, kept his outside contained there, and whoever was coming across Plymouth North to make the block couldn't make it. And Paul held him up, and the brothers came. Taylor Marquez, Tim Tolan, Alan Guan, all in there to make that tackle.
With forward progress, you're going to say it was only a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 now. North Quincy fired up on both sides of the ball.
That's going to be procedure. That's going to be back 5.
See the officials there talking things out.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, it'll stay 2nd down.
We should mention in the pregame, John Magnarelli, a North Quincy High School graduate and Army veteran, was out there as the honorary captain. Magnarelli, no stranger to the football field as a longtime official as well. We saw him for many Thanksgiving Day games. And is no stranger to the city still as well, and very active around the city, so good to see Mr. Magnarelli out in the field. All right, 2nd down, still pass down the right side of the field is incomplete as Whiting was looking downfield there again. I believe that was Garcia one more time. Nope, that was number 7, Brennan Keefe. Again, kind of tough to see some of the numbers here.
Yeah, play action, he ran a pretty good route. He sold the inside and then busted back out, and he had half a step on Nate Sampson there. Connection was just off, though. So create a 3rd and long here for Plymouth North, and it's an interesting dilemma because they're down a couple scores. But I don't think you want to quite lose field position either. You don't want to take too many risks.
3rd and 16 for the Eagles. Whiting over the middle of the field, and it is complete. Great catch there by number 4, Riley Garsh. Had a defender all over him, was able to bring it down, as we'll see here in the replay.
Good look, they go empty, and it looks like just a deep post. Post route broke at 8, right over, and Garsh got a considerable size advantage. Garsh, I know, is a talented hoop player for Plymouth North. He's got a few inches there on Marquise Rodriguez-Smith, so he was able to go up and make that catch.
Our Eagles get the 1st down now, and the ball spotted at their own 45.
You know, same formation again. They're going to go empty, 3 receivers up top.
Whiting playing time to throw over the middle, wide open and incomplete. He had his man, number 2, Logan Z. Motel, but he couldn't bring it in. Otherwise, he would have had a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a fortunate break there for North. I think safety got baited, as you can see. They were able to get behind him there. Yeah, that was Z. Motel again.
So a big break there for North Quincy on that incomplete. So instead of it being 14-6, it's now 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles.
Get a look at the Blue Eagle huddle. They were in they battled Marshfield last week pretty well, I think, for at least, the first 2.5 quarters or so. I know the scoreline looked kind of deceiving. They were, losing by 3 scores, but they hung with them pretty tough in a rematch they had played a couple of weeks previously. And Marshall kind of took it to them. And Plymouth North did a good job down there, be able to hang with them for a little bit. So we know that they definitely got some talent. So you see on the replay, they just ran a little counter action, pulled guard and tackle across. North does a good job though up front. They only pick up 1.
Looking to pass downfield, has a man again, and incomplete off the fingertips of his receiver. That was Z Motel once again, and North Quincy's caught 2 breaks on this drive.
Yeah, good break there. I don't know, North might have been in a zone on that play, and Z Motel found a break in the zone. A little miscommunication. A couple of those guys were chatting it up for North right after that play, just making some adjustments. Nobody was, yelling or screaming or throwing their hands up. It was pretty calm, and those guys were just working it out, which is what you like to see sometimes. You get a play like that and guys yelling at each other. They were pretty good about that.
All right, 4th down. Plymouth North is going to kick it away, and they just do get a kick. Great kick here by North, and they're going to let it bounce. North Quincy does, and Plymouth North gets down there and still rolling, as you see, and it's going to stop at about the 2-yard line. Great kick by Plymouth North.
I'm not sure whether Sampson might have lost that in the light there. It was a great kick. It had a lot of hang time. That's one I think the North coaches are chatting it up out there. I think that they would have preferred a fair catch. The North ended up losing about 25 yards on that roll when all is said and done. So Plymouth North, they got a first down, but the special teams unit did the job there. They flipped the field on North. They got the ball down to the 2. So North's going to have to use probably their run game a little bit in their offensive line to try and get it out. They got their heavy backfield, three backs. They're going to just pound it up the middle.
Handoff goes to Conley, and he just does get out of the end zone, and I think he's going to lose a yard on the play, back to the 1.
Yeah, he might lose one there. Yeah, so they're going to spread it back out. Bring some guys back in. They're going to bring Hudak. They're going to bring Mahoney. They're going to bring Wall and John out. So I think they're going to spread it back out a little bit and see if they can open up some holes in the interior. So see on the replay, Plymouth North is all over that one. They were up the middle. They were on the side there. As you said, Conley was lucky to be able to get that, just the loss of 1 there instead of the 2 points.
Yeah. Nick Reardon was one of the men coming in for Plymouth North. Galligan handoff again to Hudak. And again, Hudak says he wasn't down, but whistles did blow. And I think they're going to say...
Hudak's a smart individual, too. He plays to the whistles, and he knows if he doesn't hear. He's going to try and sell and get up and run.
All right, looks like they're going to say he got to the 2-yard line, so a gain of 1 in that play.
They're going to call that no gain to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Raiders.
North here living on the edge. Plymouth doing a good job there. They're sending guys. They're being aggressive right down the goal line. They brought in, North did, 84 Paul Glenn as a tight end.
Galligan looking to pass. Has to be careful here. He runs it out, gets to the 5-yard line, and he's going to get to 6. Flag thrown on the play. Flag was thrown right where Galligan was tackled.
I don't know if it's maybe the way he was brought down. It might have been a horse collar style tackle.
Yeah, you can see the line judge right there.
Personal foul, horse collar, on the tackle, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. It'll result in a first down.
Yeah,
All right, so see you in the replay here, Martin. Sorry.
Yep, no, I was just about to say the same thing. So they were aggressive up front. They tried to maybe pull a fast one and pass behind him. And you see right there, and that was pretty clear for the side official to be able to call that one. But Mike's a talented runner. Last week down at Barnstable, he was the leading rusher with like 55 yards, and a lot of it was just that type of play where pass downfield, they drop a bunch of guys, and he just took advantage and would roll down the field. He's got over 200 yards on the ground this year rushing, 6 touchdowns. Great dual threat for the North Quincy offense.
All right, 1st and 10 for North Quincy. Galligan was trying to go to the near side, goes to the far side now, trying to turn the corner, throws it, and it is incomplete. Had the man, Rodriguez-Smith, but he couldn't hold on to it.
You see those two talking right there? I think Rodriguez Smith knows that was a missed opportunity there. Galligan does a good job rolling out. Rodriguez Smith does a good job. He comes back to him. He ran a deep route and he came back. Would have been enough for the first down as well. Nonetheless, it'll be second down for North. Get a good look at the offensive line up front. Mike calling the plays off the wristbands there. Perhaps helping with some of the communication if you have a longer call or some motion, or if there's just with the long run, sometimes the wristband helps you. You can just say wristband 5 and you don't have to spit out the whole call and memorize it.
Galligan was trying to look for something, and there was nothing, and he decided to run it instead. And let's see where they mark him out of bounds. Looks like to the 21, so it'd be no gain. Now bring up third down.
You'll see the motion. They get that fake jet, and they tried to run the screen out there. And Plymouth North, adept, they were right there for it. So Mike just takes what he can get on the ground. They ended up calling it no gain, so it would have been equivalent to throwing it at his feet.
All right, so it's 3rd and 10 now for North Quincy. Galligan looking, fires down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Will Conley, and Conley, I'm not sure if he lost it in the lights or didn't see it or wasn't expecting it to come, but it falls incomplete, thankfully, for North.
He might have slowed up. I'm not quite sure. Pullman it looked like they only rushed 3 and they dropped 8, so the windows were going to be pretty tight down there nonetheless. And I think Conley was maybe trying to hope for a flag, but no harm, no foul on that play.
Colin Reynolds in on the on the deflection there for Plymouth North.
North does a good job. They get it out from at least out of the shadows of their end zone, so now they got room for Mahoney to get the punt off.
Mahoney, nice kick there, angled to the Plymouth North sideline. Oh, takes a bad bounce, and quickly down there for North Quincy was number 4, Ariel White, to down it.
Unfortunate. Roll didn't go their way there. It was good hang time. It just didn't get the rolls. We'll see in the replay. Onto the 43, White alert there. Only lost 1 on the rollback. Good to see the North defense get back out. Let's see if they can get another stop.
All right, they mark it down at the 42-yard line. 2:32 left to go in the first quarter.
See this Plymouth North offense back out. There, we'll see if North's able to make some adjustments. North had some success getting the ball down the middle of the field deep in that last series.
And off and fighting his way through the middle of the field there was the ball carrier, and I believe it was number 3. There's some confusion down the field. It looked like the officials thought he had gone down.
There might have been an inadvertent whistle there.
Yeah.
Possibly. I see Coach Craig is pointing out at the line of scrimmage.
So the ball carrier got up to the 36-yard line, but Coach Craig said the whistle blew. Because, again, I think the referee thought the ball carrier went down, but it was one of the offensive linemen.
Now, I believe by rule, if there's an inadvertent whistle during the play, it's like the play never happened and they just reset it and replay the down, I believe. If that's what they choose to call. I'm not quite sure here. Looks like that, I don't think the North coaches like the call, maybe. The coaches aren't too pleased. I see him holding the 1, so they might be just going back to replay the down. And that's kind of by rule, unfortunately, for Plymouth North.
Look at the call here.
Plymouth North has chosen to replay the down. It's first down repeated. We're going to wind on the snap.
All right, so as you heard there, inadvertent whistle, and Plymouth North's going to replay.
Kirsten with the other choice. He phrased it as they chose it, but I don't know if they got a choice. They didn't look too pleased. Oh, he almost got his hands on that.
All right, pass complete over to the left side, and going down the sideline for Plymouth North is number 2, and he's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. Logan Z. Motel. Like I said, North Quincy just missed that deflection, and touchdown for Plymouth North.
Zimotel's got some speed, play action. a run action. They got the bubble on the outside, and Wallenjum almost got his hand on that. Millimeters. Plymouth North there. Good job responding. So North comes out with a couple quick scores, but now North's able to claw it back. North's going to get their foot back on the gas, not let up. You see, there's only 2 minutes. Well, I don't say only, but there's 2 minutes left in the first, so there's plenty of time in this game. As we see, the Plymouth North offense has the ability to be explosive. They've been pretty close on a couple deep shots down the field, so we got ourselves a football game here.
All right, Keegan Carr makes the extra point, and with 2:07 to go in the first quarter, Plymouth North comes back, and it's now 14-7 as they get on the board. Real quick, if you're interested in becoming a football official, the Eastern Massachusetts Association of Interscholastic Football Officials wants you to join their team. It'll be the easiest call you ever make. Officiating is live on the South Shore, South Coast, Greater Boston, and Cape Cod areas. For more information, visit their website, emaifo.net. Again, that's emaifo.net. The Eastern Massachusetts Association of Interscholastic Football Officials. Join their team today. While we have a second as well, we mentioned Thanksgiving football at the beginning of the show, and that will be coming up here in just a couple of weeks. We encourage you to watch the game live on QATV if you can't make it to the stadium. Our pregame show will begin at 8:30 a.m. and kick off at 10. That'll be on QATV Channel 8, QATV HD 1072, and online at QATV.org. Our onside attempt kick is fielded cleanly there by North Quincy. Nice job there by Tommy Wirtz, number 81, to field that ground ball and jump on it. And a late flag comes in here as well, and this might be against Plymouth North.
It was a great job by Wirtz to field that. I wonder if it's something to do with the hit there. But the officials might have felt that was a high hit. I know that the kickoff area is something that the NFHS has really strived to make safer, especially those.
So far out, he was going to
those types of situations there. Onside kicks, they're pretty regulated about how you can approach, how you can kick it, and what pretty much like the rules of engagement are, I guess, for that. In terms of like the old school, like pop-up, 10 yards deep, you can't really do that. If you want to dribble it, it has to have a couple hops, and the ball can only be, you can't like drive it once into the ground and have it pop up in the air.
Right.
I wonder if they're saying maybe perhaps that
after
Wirtz was
discussion,
giving himself
the flag
up.
has been waved off.
No flag.
All right, so no penalty there.
It'll be a first down.
It was impressive by Wirtz nonetheless to take that hit, and he held on to it and he popped right up, as we'll see in the replay. Plymouth North moved the ball over as well off the middle of the field. I wonder if maybe there was a discussion of a high hit, or if he was trying to give himself up and he was defenseless. I'm not quite sure.
All right, well, no flag on the play after discussion, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for North Quincy at their own 46. Galligan play action fake, being pursued, rolls out, looking, and I think he held on to the ball as he went out of bounds. And
he did.
Yeah, so it's going to be a loss on the play there for North Quincy, all the way back to, see where they spot him out of bounds, the 43.
Might have lost track of where he was there. He plays it out as long as he can on the sideline there to see if there's anything. He'll play it right to the end. Mikey does. And he's made some big throws on that this year. But he doesn't move there. He just takes it out of the hands. He doesn't throw it at anybody downfield. They'll take the 2-yard loss, but they'll live to play another down.
And 2nd down and long. Galligan again looking downfield, and it is complete to number 10, Jordan Mahoney. Great catch there by Mahoney. He went up to get it, and it'll be a first down for the Plymouth North 40-yard line.
You see in the replay, it looked like a little scrambled drill. Mahoney ran a shorter little hitch route right to the outside, and then Mikey rolls out, and Mahoney finds a little soft spot in the zone between the corner, the safety, and the linebacker, and Mike floats it right in there. 3 receivers to the short side here. They're going to be all pretty tight together.
All right, Hudak on the carry. Oh, he gets hit in the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain, but a flag is thrown as well.
Ben Hudak, flag on the play.
Hudak had his legs taken right out from underneath him.
That was a great tackle by Plymouth North, whoever made that one. Like, there was some light there for Hudak to get downfield.
I think it might have been number 82. I don't have an 82 on our roster, so I'm probably wrong about the number.
Holding on a defense. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. It'll be a first down.
Against the Eagles.
Actually, I think it was number 8, Dayton Costa, one of the captains. All right, so holding against North Quincy.
I was holding against North, John. Plymouth North.
I'm sorry, Plymouth.
It was an interesting call. I kind of
Sorry,
agree with the Plymouth North coaches there. I got to get rid of that.
Galligan down to the 30.
All right, Galligan keeps it and goes it down to the 30-yard line. I'm beginning my North. I've been saying North a couple times here today.
I've
and
caught
I'm
myself doing the same thing.
I can't say that anymore because we have 2 Norths here. So, all right. So either way, Galligan will get back to the line of scrimmage. So bring up 2nd down and 10.
It was just a curious call. That you could hear the Plymouth North coaches saying it was a running play. So how could they be holding on the defensive back or whoever they called on? I'm not quite sure. But North will take that break. They get the first down out of it. And on that, after that last play, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Galligan, quick play action fake complete to Conley over to the left side. Conley does a nice job, make a couple of men miss.
Nice job.
And he's going to be just short of the first down, up to the 21-yard line.
The more that North Quincy can take those quick intermediate routes or those quick game routes, it's going to help soften it up for those deep shots that Mike likes to throw, and it'll open it up for Mr. Wallenjohn. That little 5-yard hitch route for Conley is open again, and he did a good job hitting it. And it's a good way to end the first quarter. The horn blows, and we'll flip sides.
All right, so as you said, end of first quarter play here at Veterans Memorial Stadium on a Veterans Day weekend. North Quincy 14 and Plymouth North 7. Real quick, want to give a quick shout out and well wishes to a longtime member of QATV, Scott Daniels. He's been on the injured list recently, and just got a text from him saying that he's going to be able to come back to action on a limited basis, so I'm glad to hear that. So Scott, thanks for watching, and glad you're doing well, and hope to see you soon again. And so that's good news for you. So again, glad you're doing well. For more information about Quincy Access Television, or if you want to be a member like Scott or some of the other members that are here today, you can log on to our website at qatv.org for program schedules, membership information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. We also have up there on our website right now all the classic Thanksgiving football games on our front page, so you can go back and see the archive of games that QATV has. Our earliest game goes back to 1983, and you can go to watch last year as well. So again, qatv.org. Last year, Martin, was one of the best Thanksgiving football games, arguably the best game in the history of the rivalry between the two teams. Again, North Quincy was on the short end of the stick last year, but it was a very exciting game, and I'm sure they're looking to turn it around this year and get another W. All right, North Quincy quickly comes out under center is Galligan, and he's going to have enough for the first down as he crosses the 20, get to the 19.
I think they had made an adjustment to that there. It looked like number 50, Noah Baker, perhaps. I missed the start of the play, but I think he might have been in the backfield to just help with that little short yardage push for North. So they convert and will get themselves another first down at the 19.
Hudak on the carry, right up the middle, trying to get a push from the offensive line. And they're going to give him a gain of about 1 on the play. And that's what it is, a gain of 1.
I don't know if we got a replay on that yet. We do. Coming here right at the tail end. I have a hunch that North might have only had 10 on that play there. He had 2 receivers up top. They had 1 on the sideline. I didn't see any wing or tight end, so they might have been a man short.
2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
I helped alleviate that there, but Plymouth North starting to get a little bit more active defensively. The defensive backs are starting to move around a little bit. Their defensive line, they've stunted them and shifted them pre-snap a little bit, trying to confuse the North Quincy front and confuse Galligan. North's done a good job keeping control of the ball.
2nd down for North Quincy. Galligan rolling out, rolling. Still has plenty of time. And he's going to need to throw it away. He does not. Ball comes loose. It's a fumble recovered by Plymouth North. And there's a flag thrown on the play as well. So we'll see what happens here. Galligan had plenty of time to throw it away, but was just holding. And again, the ball came loose. So we'll see what transpires here. Again, a lot of action going on here.
We got another look here. He had a shot at that comeback right there, right? But something about it he must not have liked it. Who that kind of rolled out? Yeah, I was looking down the field. I don't know if we can spin that back one more time. Maybe we'll be able to pick up the flag. Goes around the 30-ish yard line.
Yeah, the flag's at the 30 or 29.
You said there that's a play where I think the coaches would have preferred Mike to throw that one away. He lives it on the edge, and he definitely has made a lot of big plays, but that one is one there. You definitely got to get rid of that one. And that ball couldn't have rolled any better for Plymouth North there. That thing sat right about 2 inches off the sideline.
Yeah. Covered there by Nelson Thivian.
Yeah, there has been a lot of discussion within the officiating crew tonight, trying to get the calls. So I have a hunch it's going to be against Plymouth North. But nobody here is quite sure, other than maybe the coaches. Second down. So North must be keeping the ball back in the yard. See Galligan standing over there with the offensive coordinator.
I say I might.
We are all we are all in limbo here.
I'm just going to wait to see who lines up and where.
We are all amazed and awaiting the call from the official, and I don't know that he's going to call it. He doesn't.
Well, so it's 2nd down. Oh,
face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the fumble. Going to be a 2nd down. We're going to go on the snap.
All right,
so maybe there was discussion on how that was going to be applied because there was a turnover in the play. I'm not quite sure. But I can definitely tell sense the coaching staff frustration in that it's taking an awful long time to get the calls. That must be the face mask
right
there
when
on the
he was
sideline,
turned around,
perhaps.
Yeah. All right, so they spot the ball at the 20-yard line. Galligan, lots of space to the near sideline, gets up to the 10, the 5, dives for the end zone, and waiting for the call.
Did he get it?
Touchdown, North Quincy!
What a run there by Mikey. He makes it up on that play. North takes full advantage of that break, and what a play there. They go bunch formation, they roll out, and it was a pass, but Mike's able to take it all the way. Good job on the Nate Sampson on the outside there does a good job not picking up a flag. He kind of just stood in place, had his hands out ready to make sure he didn't draw any blocking fouls. So great job there. Great run by Galligan. Great job by the North offense to be able to put up another score and push the lead back up. Right now 27 with a PAT from Alvin Nicola right down the middle.
All right, Nicola is good. So with 10:19 to go in the second, North Quincy takes a 21-7 lead.
Plymouth North 7.
An interesting last 5 minutes with some different calls that we were seeing.
You
but-
do appreciate the officials taking the time to make sure they get the call right, but I can tell that both coaching staffs, I think, are getting a little anxious in that. See, a lot of these flags are having a lot of 3, 4, 5 minute discussions.
Right.
Tag along with them, and they just want to know what the call is.
And like you said, I think they can appreciate. They want to make it the call right, but
We just want to know what it is.
yeah, right. So, and again, maybe from us up here in the booth, maybe the coaches have a slightly better idea than we do, and but nonetheless, North Quincy caught a break on that one. There was a face mask, so it kind of negated a fumble by Galligan on that 2 plays ago. And they come out of that, and Galligan runs it in. It was a 20-yard touchdown run. So again, 21-7 for North Quincy. All right, Nicola kicks it away, and it's going to be fielded by Plymouth North at their own 37-yard line. Nice catch there by Plymouth North, and they're going to run it up to the 45. That was a tough catch there, as he kind of had to crouch down to get it, as you'll see here in the replay.
Yeah. I don't know if Jacoby Wall was maybe looking for a little soft spot or if he was looking to get a little bit deeper there, but it gave a lot of time for the return. And normally you get a fair catch from one of those up backs, or depending on different situation there, but I don't think North Quincy was looking for Plymouth North to be able to return that, so they've been looking to mix it up a little bit on the kick return team. Now they put a couple on the ground, now they got one in the air. Hopefully they'll keep them off balance, perhaps.
All right, spot the ball at the 44-yard line. Z Motel goes in motion. They give it to him on the jet sweep over to the left side, but he's not going to go anywhere. Coming up there for North Quincy, looked like Michael Finney, number 54, came over there to make the tackle.
Michael Finney, great job from his defensive tackle spot, as we'll see on the replay. It looked like that might have been Ariel White, number 4, who initially was able to keep that outside lane contained. He forced that run back inside, so where the defensive linemen and linebackers are helping coming back inside, and usually those outside linebackers, that's their responsibility to force the run back in. And good job there by White to do so.
And Nia Panariti was also in there on the tackle for the Raiders. Look, he might have been first in there just before Finney. Right over the middle, and it is incomplete. It was a nice pass there from Seamus Whiting, looking for his intended receiver, Logan Z Motel, but he couldn't bring it in. Z Motel
that was
slow to
almost
get
like
up.
50-50 too. Tim Tolan, safety for North, had a shot, as we'll see in the replay. Plymouth North tries a little switch release. They try and confuse a couple of those D-backs. Tolan does a good job. He stays as the deepest man. He comes forward on the release of the pass and able to break it up.
All right, we're bringing up a 3rd down and 9 now for the Eagles.
See how they come out here. They're gonna go empty again. They're gonna send 5 wideouts.
Whiting over the middle, intercepted by North Quincy. Coming up with a pick there was Nate Sampson. Sampson trying to look for some space. And nice job there by Nate Sampson. Came up, make the interception, and we'll get the ball back now to the 47-yard line.
The 6th interception this year for Nate Sampson. Great job. Whiting's looking down the whole way, and I was almost going to call it. They were going to look for that post again. They've been trying to hit that post all night. Tim Tolan was back there. He was ready for that post as well, and Sampson came off of from his area, and he just come and undercut that. That was great job there by Nate. Great job. He just read the quarterback the whole way, too. Quarterback was looking for it, thought it was going to be there, but it wasn't. Sampson does a great job undercutting that route, be able to get the pick.
All right, ball at the 47.
101. They got man. Deep shot.
Galligan looking downfield, and it is intercepted by Plymouth North. Coming up there was Matt Tull. Ball was thrown just a little too deep there for Wallenjohn, and Plymouth North will take it right back at the 13-yard line.
Seeing the replay, they had a couple guys in the area. And Nate Sampson was also in there, so I don't know if, I think each of them thought that the other one was going to go for it, and I think they both slowed up. Unfortunately there, North, I think, got the coverage they wanted to be able to take that deep shot. They had no free safety help. It was straight man-to-man. Unfortunately, maybe a little miscommunication, perhaps a little misexecution leads to the turnover.
All right, back-to-back interceptions. So ends up being Plymouth North gets it back, was about 30 yards back from where they were. Ball spotted at the 13-yard line, 9:10 to go here in the second quarter. Seamus Whiting, senior quarterback for Plymouth North in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. Big run there by number 3, Killian Murphy. And Murphy is going to get up to the 20-yard line, make it to 21.
Strong run there, as we'll see on the replay. Brody Baker, I think it was, 66. He almost had a shot at the backfield initially. But running back does a good job there. Plymouth North breaks through that first tackle and was able to get about 7, 8 on that carry. Tim Tolan on the tackle, I think, as well.
Big block by Jalen Gray to help set Murphy free. Second down and about 2 now. Handoff up the middle again. And it looked like it was number 3 again, Murphy on the run.
Similar scheme up front to what North runs. They pull a guard and they bring the H-back across, and inside linebacker, that might have been Ariel White there. He does a good job evading that second pull to be able to help make that first contact, that big tackle to stop that run. No, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, they got to the 23, and that's where they need it for the first. Quick pass over to the left side, complete from Seamus Whiting. And ball carrier was number 4, Riley Garsh. And they're going to spot Garsh down, at the 32.
Looks like just a quick hitch route, as we'll see in the replay. Though North had a lot of success with this last week down at Marshfield. They ran this route a lot, to say the least. It was definitely their most called play. But it takes advantage of, if the corner is playing soft, they just run a quick route and the ball's out right now. And then it allows the receiver to have some yards after the catch opportunity.
Second down and 1 now for Plymouth North, And they're going to have the first down, a little bit more as well, crossing the 35 up to about the 37-yard line goes the ball carrier. And it was number 3 again, Killian Murphy.
North going to get some fresh bodies in here. Mike Akpobi, Noah Baker, Alan Guan. Trying to keep some of these guys fresh on the defensive end. North is going to kind of go muddle huddle, I guess, here. They're not in total hurry-up mode, but they're getting up to the line, and they're going to line up, get a call from the sideline, and run the play. Oh, nice job, Alan Guan. He came right through and stopped that run dead in its tracks. I think that was number 3 on the carry again, Killian Murphy. Oh, yeah, great job. Alan Guan, unblocked, made the right read, run read. He just come right down, and he was going at the ball, too. He almost got it ripped out. So great job there. Coming straight off the sideline as well, so he's, got some energy. He's ready to go, and that's the big play that Coach Craig's looking for.
Mike Akpobi, came in there to help bring the ball carrier down on the tackle as well. Second down and 10. Pass is going to be incomplete. Was a forward pass. It was intended for number 18 there, Armando Garcia.
So see in the replay, little run action, and they get the look they like to throw to the perimeter. They just couldn't connect there. I'll tell you what, Taylor Marquez was all over it. Even had the receiver made that catch, he was able to get off his block. He would have had a one-on-one tackle to make. Bring up 3rd and 10. They're going to go 2 receivers each side.
Whiting, quick pass over to the left side, is complete right at the first down marker. And it should be enough for the first down as Riley Garsh picks it up. And depending where the official is, they're going to say it's enough for a first down. Yep, there we go.
Take advantage of a little bit of a cushion there. It was a good route by Garsh. He ran a comeback and ran it perfectly right to the sticks. 12 yards, broke it right back to 10 to get the first down. Take advantage of the cushion that the Raiders gave.
Coming up on 6 minutes to play here in the quarter. Handoff up the middle, Murphy. Murphy gets to the 50-yard line. Make it the North Quincy 49, actually.
Seeing the replay here. Just going to go. Plymouth North is just going to block one-on-one up front. Even if you don't have success running the ball, just having that little extra balance will help that passing game with Plymouth North, and they're starting to kind of find that. Now they're getting their footing in. They've settled in a little bit, but that run game is going to help open up passing game on the outside and over the middle. That's what Plymouth North's hoping for, at least.
2nd down and 7 now for the Eagles.
Count 'em.
And nice job there by North Quincy to read that play out there and bring down
It was Mr. Wallenjom.
Murphy.
Mr. Wallenjom on the replay. Great tackle. Defensive end. Tackle on his side goes down inside, so Wallenjom squeezes it. He attacks that pull by the guard, and the running back goes to bounce it. And Wallenjom's able to get off his block, gets the wrap there, and is able to bring him down for a loss. Wallenjom had a strong season at defensive end.
As you said, Martin, loss of 1 on the play, so it brings up 3rd and 8 now for Plymouth North.
Season high entering this game, 8 tackles for loss. They had a lot of big plays, and North's going to take their first timeout of the half. There's a big 3rd down here. Coach Craig's going to be looking to get everybody on the same page. I think it'll help. Everybody's going to get rehydrated here a little bit too and refocused. I'm sure they're going to be looking at the defensive backs and maybe pull them up a little bit more, trying not to give as much cushion. Making some adjustments, some subs here as well. Maybe they're going to go a little bit lighter, anticipating the pass situation. I saw Blake Nelson come in. I saw Brady Craig roll into the huddle. Ryan Wirtz. So looks like North might be using a different defensive package, perhaps a defensive personnel package, anticipating Plymouth North pass in a obvious 3rd and long situation. And they're airing it out anyway, but some teams maybe in 3rd and 8 in this kind of no man's land, middle of the field, they might say, hey, we got 2 downs to get the first, and they'll be more likely to run it. But I think North Quincy knows that Plymouth North's going to be looking to put it in the air.
All right, 4:39 left to go here with the North Quincy timeout. And again, it's 3rd down and 8 for Plymouth North at midfield.
As you see, North is going to a 2-safety look now. A little bit more pass heavy.
Whiting, quick pass, complete over to the right side. Oh, actually, no, let's see if it was incomplete. And they'll say incomplete. The receiver never had full control as he went to make a move. Was looking again for Armando Garcia. So bring up 4th down.
They lucked out, and I think North, they might have needed to make a formation adjustment at the last second there, and Will Conley was coming across, and he helped break that up as well. Good job to get there in time. And Plymouth North is actually going to go punt formation here. Watch the fake, watch the hard count. Nope, they're going to snap it straight back. Oh!
North Quincy almost blocked it there. Ryan Wirtz had very close effort there to block that kick. And the kick is going to go out of bounds at the North Quincy 20-yard line. So North Quincy's been close on a couple of kicks here. As we'll see here in the replay, Wirtz coming from the bottom of your screen.
You can definitely tell North Quincy's attacking this punt unit because that snap is getting back there really slow, and it's pretty high. And I'll tell you, there was about 3 or 4 guys in on that. Equally good job there by Wirtz. Even though he didn't get the block, he didn't run into the kicker. There was nobody ran into the kicker, so that's kind of what you like to see. You get pressure on the kicker without hitting them. So no unnecessary flags or anything that's gonna kind of keep the ball in Plymouth North's favor.
Ball spotted at the 19-yard line. 4:24 to go in the quarter.
See if North Quincy uses a 4-minute type offense and try and make this the last drive of the first half.
Ben Hudak on the carry. Did a nice job to jump over a defender in the backfield. Gets across the 25-yard line to the 26.
So you see Noah Baker coming across on the trap block there, and Hudak's going to cut right up inside that. Good first down run. Similar to what we were saying for Plymouth North that last drive, just having that run balance for these offenses is going to help open up the pass game a little bit as well. Both being able to run the ball and use some quick intermediate throws just to get the ball out quick. take those short runs, you take those short passes, and you hope it opens up the deep shots.
7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3 now for North Quincy. Hudak again. Nice job there by Ben Hudak. Almost broke 3. Big tackle there made by Plymouth North. It was number 8 on the tackle, Dayton Costa. And as you see here in the replay, if he hadn't made that tackle, Hudak would have been going free for more yardage.
I'll tell you what, North lucked out there. One of the receivers took a little false step right before the snap. And I know the Plymouth North sideline and coach was looking for the false start. But official didn't see it, so another fortunate break there for North, and they get the first down.
Ball at the 31-yard line for the Raiders now, 1st and 10. Conley in motion, they give it to him. Trying to have a lead blocker out there. Nice shot there by Conley, cuts back up inside. And flag thrown as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of little extracurricular stuff here on the side. Somebody just got driven into the sideline, and I mean, like Plymouth North drove the kid in like 5 yards into the sideline. You see, good job here by Conley. He's pressing the edge. Hudak doing what you'd hope if he floats outside, just kind of let him go where he wants to go, and Conley makes a good play there to cut it up in. You see, it's off the screen, but there was a Plymouth North player and a North Quincy player tangled up way deep in the sideline. And when I mean way deep, there's a white line, a blue line, and then a further white line, and they were at that second white line.
Yeah.
So.
See, you can see the flag thrown at the bottom of your screen there.
Yeah, and Coach Craig, good job there. He's all over the top, making sure that his guys are not doing anything that they shouldn't be doing. As we saw a few weeks ago against Situate, we had an incident. So good job there by the sideline to not react to that. But that's going to tackle on some extra yardage there. And
foul. After the play on the defense, 15-yard penalty. The result of the penalty will be a first down.
You could see the side judge was right there as well. He was 5 yards deep out of bounds coming out there because you could see it happening.
Yeah, the play was coming right at him, too.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So he was right there to throw the flag. He was behind a North Quincy bench. That's where, everything was happening. All right, so it's a 50-yard penalty against Plymouth North. So that brings up to the 46. Galligan pump fakes, looking downfield for Conley, and Conley couldn't cut back up into the field to make the catch, but he was there.
Possible double move there. North taking a little shot play there, as we'll see on the replay. They had Conley by himself. See the pump. Little double move by Conley, and he is gone, and he almost had the step. It was a tough throw. Conley was so close to the sideline. So it was a tough throw for Mike to be able to kind of put it in a spot where Conley can make a play on it without being out of bounds and without having the risk of the safety coming over to pick it off. But we got a 5-yard penalty here.
I think I heard an illegal formation there against North Quincy.
Yeah, it might have been just one of the receivers not on or off.
All right, so goes back to the North Quincy 49-yard line. They repeat first down. Hudak over to the left side. And let's see where they mark him out of bounds. He was right on the sideline there in front of us. And at the 48, it looks like they're going to mark him out.
Try and get that trap coming across, and North does a good job squeezing it inside, so Hudak has to bounce it out. And as we've seen all year, Ben Hudak just refuses to go down at first contact and keeps his feet up and keeps it going for as long as he can, but unfortunately he only got a couple of yards out of it.
All right, clock running, so he did not go out of bounds. His forward progress was stopped, so coming up on 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 2nd down for North Quincy. Hudak over to the left side again, trying to turn upfield, and he stays in bounds.
Oh, he's got to go.
At the 10-5, touchdown, Ben Hudak. A great run there by Ben Hudak, tiptoed to stay in bounds, and he's going to put 6 points on the board.
4-minute offense turns into 2-minute offense here. They run a little power play. They pull the backside guard, and they faked that RPO action to Conley. That drew some attention, and Hudak just breaks through that arm tackle. And as you said, John, perfectly, he tiptoed that sideline, and that was close to being a little extra at the end of that run as well from Plymouth North. Nonetheless, what a great run by Hudak.
A 48-yard run there by Ben Hudak. Gives North Quincy a 27-7 lead with a point after to come. Nicole lines up for the kick. It is up, and it is good. So North Quincy with 2:07 left to go here in the first half. They now lead 28-7.
The only complaint might have been is that they scored too fast. Plymouth North, as we've seen, is very dangerous throwing the ball, and they get 2 minutes and 3 timeouts to try and get one before the half. And then Plymouth North will also be getting, I assume they should be getting the second half kickoff if they elect to receive it. But they can elect to kick it if they choose, but I don't think that'll happen.
Well, that got everybody up out of their seats because it looked like Hudak was going to go down on the North Quincy sideline, and
he just like glided too.
Yeah.
It was so smooth, and he does a good job. He broke those arm tackles and great balance on the sideline, and then used the jets at the end.
Kicking off for the Raiders, number 42, that's Jacoby Wall.
We got Jacoby Wall here going to kick off, and North's used a few different varieties here.
And they're going to let that go out of bounds. Plymouth North does.
So they looked like they were trying to put it into a spot, and just got an unlucky roll there. Plymouth North alertly lets it roll out of bounds. Let's see if they gonna take the ball, or if they're going to make North re-kick it perhaps and see if they can't get some more yards out of it. The North hasn't really kicked deep at all tonight.
Kick out of bounds on North Quincy. Plymouth North chose the option to add 5 yards to where the kick went out of bounds. It will be a first down.
All right, so good explanation there. Plymouth North will take it at their own 41-yard line.
First and 10 Eagles at their own 42-yard line.
Going to go 2 receivers each side. They can use a running back here, maybe add to the protection.
So it actually spotted at the 42-yard line. Whiting keeps it himself.
So Ben Wallenjum fired up there after making that play. Tell me where it's going to now come in for a play. Little read option type look there for Plymouth North, and the quarterback kept it right up the middle. And the clock is still rolling, but Plymouth North doesn't really seem to be in any type of a hurry.
Plymouth North still has 2 timeouts to call as well.
2 or 3?
I'm sorry, 3. A handoff there to Killian Murphy, and he's going to get up to the 48-yard line. We'll see here on the replay. Big tackle there by North Quincy. It looked like it was Panariti on the tackle.
Yeah, Panariti with the club too. Good to see him back out there. I'm just kind of a little intrigued here that Plymouth North has used a couple run plays, and they got 3 timeouts, and they haven't used any of them yet as we tick under a minute. And they still got 52 yards to get to the end zone.
Whiting keeps
great
himself
job
again, and nice job by North Quincy to hold him up.
That was Wallenjum again. Wow, what a great job keeping him boxed in. And North is going to take a timeout, so maybe perhaps that's why Plymouth North is trying to play the clock game a little bit, perhaps. I don't know. I think down 3 scores heading into the half, you might want to try and push it a little bit, but that's just me. Nonetheless, North will use one of their timeouts. They'll use their second. And now Plymouth North is going to have a decision here. I imagine they're going to punt the ball and not give away any field position and try and pin North back. If they do punt, we'll see if North maybe tries to come after it. The snaps have been really slow and really high getting back to the Plymouth North punter, so perhaps North Quincy will see an opportunity maybe to go after it and make a big play on the punt block unit.
Rodriguez Smith goes back deep for North Quincy.
This is also like prime hard count, like trick play area perhaps. I don't see a trick play, but they might go hard count to get the free first. Nope, they'll just snap it right back.
And Rodriguez Smith caught it, but he got tackled immediately. Nice coverage downfield there by Plymouth North. Sean King getting down there quickly, as we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, Ariel White almost got the block there. I will tell you, though, he got pretty close to the punter.
Yeah.
Usually, you tell those kids you aim for a spot 4 yards in front of the kicker, 3 or 4 yards in front of the punter, and you come across to block it that way. You avoid any of those running into the kicker or roughing the kicker there. But the official deemed that it wasn't much of anything and no flag, so no harm, no foul. North is going to keep it bunched in tight, and I think they're just going to, they might just knee it out here. And we'll take the 28-7 in the locker room.
All right, so North Quincy does, I think the clock's not running, so I think they nailed it down. Yeah, there we go.
I was going to say, I'm making sure Plymouth North didn't call a timeout. So interesting, John, in one of the non-playoff matchups last week that I watched, Lowell went to Everett, and it was like a 5 or 6 point game, and Everett was kneeling it out with like 30 seconds left, and Lowell had all 3 timeouts, and they just kept calling their timeouts to try and get the ball back.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if maybe it was a situation like that where North was just, Plymouth North was going to make North actually run something, perhaps, but they're just going to keep their timeouts in the bank, I guess.
All right, well, that was an interesting half here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. And as we go into the locker rooms, North Quincy with a 28-7 lead over Plymouth North. Martin and I will take a quick timeout, and we go back with second half coverage in just one moment. Welcome back, everyone, to Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're at the half. North Quincy leads Plymouth North by a score of 28-7. Real quick rundown, some offensive stats. First for North Quincy, Mikey Galligan, 6 of 10 passing for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Galligan also has 9 rushes for 19 yards and a touchdown. Ben Hudak, 9 rushes for 75 yards and a long touchdown run as well. Jordan Mahoney has 2 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. Ben Wallenjohn, 1 catch for 19 yards and a touchdown. A great catch it was. Will Conley, 3 catches for 36 yards. For Plymouth North, Seamus Whiting, 4 of 14 passing for 82 yards and a touchdown. Killian Murphy has 8 rushes for 23 yards. Logan Z. Motel, 1 catch for 42 yards and a touchdown. And Riley Garsh, 3 catches for 40 yards. All right, North Quincy kicks it away. Ball's loose, and we'll see if Plymouth North jumped on it, and it looked like they did. Getting up the bottom of the pile there, number 7, Brendan Keith.
So that's the kind of kick from Jacoby Wall I think that North's been looking for. That little, it drops right in between. It takes a funky little roll right in front of the up back, and they bobbled it, and North had a shot at the ball. But North was alert, and they jumped on it, as we'll see in the replay right there. Oh, they had a couple guys pretty close to it. A good little execution there. Eliminates any big returns. Gets a lot of guys onto the ball pretty quickly, so North will take it. North Quincy, that is, and Plymouth North will come out with the ball in the 38.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Again, Seamus Whiting, senior quarterback, one of the captains for Plymouth North, leads them out. Whiting quickly over to the left side, and it's complete. Nice catch there. I think it was Armando Garcia on the catch. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was Leica Moores on the catch.
So they went to the slot on looked like a little seam route there. They ran a couple of hitches on the inside. They're just looking for wherever the cushion is and trying to throw it in the cushion. So good execution there from Seamus Whiting.
All right, Moores gets the ball up to the 47-yard line for a first down. Whiting again, pass is complete over to the left side. Pass was complete at the 41-yard line to Riley Garsh.
Take a quick little hitch, take the cushion, take the free 5 or 6. We'll see if Plymouth North utilizes that a little bit more. As mentioned earlier, last week in the playoff match against Marshfield, they just ran that route continuously multiple times, and you can never get bored of 5 or 6 yards every play.
Whiting looking to the right side, passes complete to a wide open receiver. And that was number 2 on the catch, Logan Z. Motel, and he has a big first down all the way up to the North Quincy 18-yard line.
Possible coverage bust there. Z. Motel was wide open right down the seam, and Nate Sampson saved the day to make that tackle. So Plymouth North coming out of the locker room. Looks like they had a little plan. Maybe some adjustments made, and they've come out firing here to start the third quarter.
Ball is placed on the 18-yard line of North Quincy.
Now they're going to go 3 receivers to the top.
Whiting looking to the right side, pass complete again. And this time it goes to number 7, Brendan Keefe. And he's going to get up to about the 13-yard line.
There it is, hitch. Whiting looks it off, but I'm sure he knew he was going there the whole way because he snapped back pretty quick and threw it without having to look. So that's just a pre-snap read he's making. If he sees the cushion that he likes, he knows he's going to, once he takes that one step and he lands his back foot, he wants to get it out right now. And that's something that we'll see maybe if North counters, maybe pushing up the DBs, or whether they'll just be content with keeping everything in front of them.
Mark the ball at the 12-yard line. Second down and about 4 now for the Eagles. Whiting into the corner of the end zone and incomplete. Was looking over there for
flag.
Keefe again, and a late flag is thrown.
You got 2 late flags there. I don't know if that's on Conley, because the receiver looked like he was kind of draped all over Will Conley as well there. That was kind of a whole lot of contact there, as we'll see in the replay. He missed it there.
Penalties against the Raiders. That'll bring the ball down to the 6-yard line.
Yep, here we go. For
Defensive pass interference.
That's a tough break.
Half the distance foul from the previous spot. The yardage and the penalty results in a first down.
All right, so as you heard there, it's going to be 1st and goal with the yardage making it a first down. Ball at the 6-yard line.
It was a tough break. I think Conley just got caught with, he didn't get his head around quick enough, and that's what the officials perhaps threw the flag for.
Whiting over to the left in the flat, and nice job there by North Quincy coming
Blake
up
Nelson.
there. As you said, number 44, Blake Nelson.
He saw that coming the whole way. Once he saw that back going right to the flat, as we'll see in the replay, he put his foot down. He came right after it. Right there. He's right at the top of the screen. Once he sees it comes out, he comes flying right up along with Nate Sampson. Make that play. But Blake Nelson in on that tackle, just a freshman. He's made a lot of big plays so far on the defense as one of the safeties.
Call it a 1-yard gain, and
it was a whole lot of moving around, a whole lot of stuff going, and then we got a whistle.
Yeah, it looks like North Quincy called a timeout just before the play occurred.
Yeah, North might have been looking to make an adjustment there, and they couldn't get it in, and they had a lot of guys moving around, so we're going to try and get everything sorted out with 2nd and goal in the 5. They might be, whether it's personnel change or just they want to change their appearance in the defense. So you get a good look there, Coach Craig right in the middle, getting a look, talking to his defense along with a couple of the assistant coaches. Looks like Jason Spry and Jeff Powers in there helping lead the way as well. And as you can see, it's pretty calm defensive huddle. There's no yelling. There's no, there's not a lot of panic there. Be calm. They talked about the adjustments hopefully they needed to make or were looking to make, and see if they can get the stop here.
All right, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
So if North can make 3 stops here down on the goal line, this could really put their foot down on this game.
Pass over to the left side, and it is incomplete. Was looking for Riley Garsh over there.
Rodriguez Smith in on the coverage. They run a little in and then back out, a little juke route. Trying to keep the ball on the outside there, so it keeps it away from Rodriguez Smith. Eliminates the need for interception there. They're hoping maybe that little quick not like a double move, but it is kind of in a sense, you know, trying to juke them out. Now we got 3rd and goal from the 5. North defensive backfield's now pressed up a little bit more, and Clover North doesn't like the look, so they're now going to take a timeout as well.
Timeout, Eagles.
It's a big series here for the Blue Eagles. I'm sure they're looking to, you know, this is their big chance to really cut in the deficit. Especially North up 3 scores, and their offense has been pretty efficient so far tonight, getting up and down the field, running and passing the ball.
.9:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Should mention real quick that North Quincy girls volleyball team, they're playing right now at Algonquin High School, regional high school. Is the round of 8. So the Raiders looking for a victory against Algonquin, and if they're able to win that game, they'll be looking to face off against either Westboro or Oliver Ames sometime next week.
The volleyball team, another successful year. I'm pretty sure they won the league title again as well, so great job by Coach Miss P and the volleyball team.
Pass is complete,
what a
and
catch.
touchdown for Plymouth North. Oh, yeah, there we go. We had no signal for a second there. So Plymouth North with a touchdown and a nice catch there by Brennan Keefe to get the points on the board. We'll see here on the replay.
Maybe a little RPO there, a little run action to the left, inside run, and then they got slant on the backside, and they had one-on-one, and they liked the matchup, and Whiting fit that in a tight window, and that was a pretty tightly contested catch, so good execution there by the Blue Eagles.
Keegan Carr will come out now for the extra point. Up and good.
Is good. Teams head upfield. It is now.
So Plymouth North comes down and puts some points on the board here, and the score is now 28-14. I remind all of our viewers, watch live coverage of the annual Thanksgiving Day football game between these Raiders and the Quincy Presidents coming up in just a couple of weeks. We hope you tune in for our live coverage on Thursday, November 23rd. 8:30 a.m. is the pregame show and 10 a.m. kickoff. Coverage will be live on QATV Channel 8, QATV HD 1072, and online at QATV.org.
Is there a lineup this year, John, for which games will be featured on the QATV lineup?
So the classic games, it's going to be 19. Now you put me on the spot. I'm trying to think. I want to say 1988.
Good, keep you on your feet.
And 1993, I believe, are the games that are going to be on Monday and Monday and Tuesday of that week. All the old games that we have are on our website, QATV.org, but those are the games that will be on the channel that week. And then on Wednesday will be last year's game, as we always do the previous year's game on the day before.
Excellent.
All right, nice job there, fielded by North Quincy. And it looked like it was number 5 there, Tim Toland. And it looked like he was going to run, then decided he saw the cavalry coming, so he went down to have North Quincy start on their own 38-yard line.
He might have bumped into his blocker in front, too. I don't think they were ready for it.
Yep.
I think everyone was anticipating he was going to go down. He kind of just ran into Tommy Wirtz there, and I think, as you said, he saw the cavalry coming. It was like, don't need to take the unnecessary tackle there if you don't have to. Not risk any fumble or turnover. And Tim's a tough kid, too. He's not afraid to dish it out, but smart play. See if the North offense here can respond and put a scoring drive together of their own and continue on from their streak in the first half.
1st and 10 for North Quincy at their own 39-yard line. 8:55 here to go in the third quarter. Looking downfield, and it is incomplete. Was looking for Jordan Mahoney.
The tough throw. They had a safety over the top there. Mike was looking at it the whole way. It would have been a tight window to get it into Mahoney. He had Sampson over there too, so it was just a lot of traffic in that sort of seam area. Bring up 2nd down. See, North had a lot of success in that first half. They had some balance. They were able to run the ball a little bit with Hudak, especially at the end of the first half. And we have another whistle and another conference here. Let's see what they got. Official is telling the North huddle to hang on. Looks like there's an issue with one of the footballs. So the side judge has come over with the football, and he's asked offensive coordinator Dylan Meehan to get a new football. So the officials must have felt maybe the ball wasn't up to, maybe it was a little too light. Perhaps now with the cold air, losing air in the ball, perhaps, I'm not sure. Very, very rare that you see an official spot something like that.
Deflategate North Quincy coming up here, Martin, next week. Don't want to go down that path, that's for sure. All right, North Quincy second down, handoff there, and I believe it was Hudak on the carry. And see a little chirping back and forth there, as you'll see here in the replay, as Hudak was able to get away from the first tackle and get pushed down, and you see the physical play there on the back part of the screen there as well, with Brody Baker making the block.
Just got to stay out of the personal foul. You know, you want to compete, but you don't want to do anything silly that's going to cost the team. So a couple weeks ago, North kind of got hampered by that. So they've done a good job straightening that out past couple weeks here. Like the physicality, you like to compete, you like the effort. You just want to make sure you keep it in between the whistles, and then, you know, when the whistle blows and the ball's in play, you use shoulder pads and make your statement there.
You can't see on your screen right now, but the officials have brought over, we can maybe pan to our left, the officials are talking to the Plymouth North team right there, you can see. And I think the officials are saying, all right, this game's getting a little too chippy for our liking, and let's reel things in, because I saw some things in the second quarter.
Yeah,
and
I wonder if they're talking to a captain, maybe, or a specific individual, where they're saying, like, you know, maybe like, hey, like, this is, you know, next one's a flag, perhaps.
Yep.
Maybe it's something a little extra. You know, sometimes you get guys that are a little slow getting off the pile, or you'll see it kind of in the pros and stuff. Maybe you use somebody on the ground to leverage yourself up, you know, when you're not supposed to. Kind of some of that little stuff.
The referee did talk to the North Quincy huddle before he went over to Plymouth North, so I think he's probably giving both teams a warning right there. And they want to try to keep this game under control. Galligan fakes the pitch over to the left side now to Will Conley in the flat. Conley does a nice job there, gets across midfield for the first down.
Yeah, North is a very efficient screen team. They fake the toss out to Hudak, and they got Will Conley sitting there perfectly with three blockers in front of him. He's got Brody Baker, Noah Baker, and center Michael Finney all leading the way. We see Brody taking somebody down the field. Noah Baker got a couple guys. Finney did as well. So great execution by the left side of the offensive line for North. Great job by Galligan and Conley to connect and get the first down, keep the drive alive.
All right, ball now at the Eagles' 48-yard line. Hudak on the carry, right up the middle.
Try to run that trap play up the middle again, but Plymouth North does a good job, as we'll see in the replay here. Chased it down from the backside, and couldn't tell. Might have been number 75, Nelson Thievenin, junior lineman, chasing that down for the North.
All right, they marked the ball down at the 46, so it was a gain of 2 on that last play. Second down and 8 now for North Quincy.
See, the Plymouth North coach is very vocal on the sideline, trying to make sure they get the calls in and checks that they need.
So I believe that was Bill Reardon who we could hear calling there. Galligan throws it downfield, and he was out of the pocket, so he was able to throw it away there and not take the sack.
So in defensive terms, that would be somewhat of a kind of a unique or a problem formation. They have the 2-by-2 look. They're close in, so it's, you know, you could run or you could kind of spread it out.
and usually different teams have different calls how they want to adjust it. Sometimes it's more adjustments for the defensive backs necessarily, where you don't want your corners being on the outside. Maybe you want the safety out, so that's why you might hear those coaches yelling out either the formation or a code word maybe to change the defense.
Third down and 8 now for the Raiders. Gallagher again looking down the sideline and was looking for number 10 there, Jordan Mahoney, but he was well out of bounds.
Pass is caught, but out of bounds.
Kind of a safe throw there. Put it only with it was either going to be Jordan or nobody, as we'll see in the replay. He had a comeback on that side as well. Might have had a shot at that, but Mike went for the corner route. And as you see, pretty well out of bounds there. So it's going to bring up 4th and long, and North's going to bring on the punting unit. Jordan Mahoney back to punt it away.
Mahoney had a nice punt back in the first quarter. It's another nice
that's
kick
a better
here as
one.
well. Nice high kick. Takes a bounce, and North
Oh.
Quincy can't get to it there. Took a very fast bounce towards the end zone, and as you see there, number 3, Rodriguez Smith, was trying to do his best, but it took a super fast bounce, as we'll see here in the replay.
That thing was just, it was like a slip and slide. The thing hit it and it just went whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll put the ball in the 20, so at least it flips it. Good hang time, no return. It was kind of in no man's land for Plymouth North to really not get their hands on that. It's funny too in like high school with like punters, with the whole unit, the snap, and all that kind of stuff. You see a lot of variability at times in terms of kicks. You might get like a 25-yard punt, or you get one that's maybe 35. So it's kind of hard to put a returner back there and kind of gauge it as different than the pros where it's pretty consistent.
Right.
If you watch enough, you get a pretty good idea of where the guy's going to get it 99% of the time.
All right, Eagles take it at their own 20. Pass over to the left side is complete. Nice catch there by number 4, Riley Garsh. And they're going to mark him out at the 26.
That hitch, they're going to take the free 6. So see, Whiting hits that third step, steps and throws, and he's right on the money again. Rodriguez Smith, they had to make the play and push him out of bounds. And I'm sure Plymouth North is waiting for that adjustment where if North bites up a little bit, maybe they're going to take a shot, maybe hitch and go, or just run him off deep.
Coming deep, and it is almost caught there by Plymouth North. Was intended for number 2, Logan Z. Motel, and just couldn't bring it in. He put up a hand to try to reel it down, as you see here in the replay, and he was open downfield, but the ball was just a little too deep.
So that's the complimentary route they've been running to that, and it's a good beater. North played that snap with one safety in the middle of the field, and they ran a corner route, so that forces the safety to really have to cover a lot of ground if he's going to go over and cover that, especially if they know that corner's going to bite up on that hitch. So that's what Plymouth North is looking for. If you throw that hitch enough, maybe it's going to open up something a little bit deeper behind it.
Third and 4. Quick pass is complete. And still on his feet going there for the ball carrier, number 21, Leica Moores. And Moores will have a first down for the Eagles.
Blake Nelson going to have to come in, as we'll see on the replay here. Tim Tolan makes the initial hit along with Taylor Marquez, and then Brady Craig coming in as well. Try and help finish the play, but now Plymouth North just got the hitch from the slot instead of the outside. So looks like they're just going to try and take wherever the cushion is, they're going to try and take that space and just keep moving the ball, keep getting first downs.
And we're going to have a false start called here against Plymouth South as the right tackle wiggled backwards there and got pointed out.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So we're up at 1st and 15 now for the Eagles. 5:28 to go in the quarter.
So North's going to go through. Plymouth North's going to go 3 receivers to the field side towards their bench. Just keep a running back here. They've been doing a lot more stuff with having a running back in the backfield as opposed to the no running back sets they had in the first half. And I think this is going to be another procedure on the Blue Eagles.
Yeah, I think the
North sideline was clapping it up, so they saw it pretty quickly.
I think the receiver jumped.
Yep.
Yep, he did.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
As a coach, if you're a receiver that receiver jumps, that's like one of the most annoying things because as a receiver, you're taught really just to look down the line and you're watching the ball. For the snap especially, once you get in a situation where maybe like Thanksgiving where the game's pretty loud, you're not going to be able to hear the snap count. You're just looking at the ball to snap it. It's not like you're up front in the line where that extra get off is really beneficial.
All right, Whiting pass is incomplete. Great job there by Panariti to knock that ball down and bring up a a second down for the Eagles.
Scared me there, John.
We've ran 4 plays, and that's what I was just thinking. You can see right there on the replay, nice job by Panariti as he lands hard on his cast there.
2nd and 20.
It's great to have him back, outside linebacker, second-year starter. Was able to play a little bit of receiver earlier in the year, but now with the club it makes it a little bit more difficult. But having him on defense, a steadying presence, he's a smart kid. I think he relays a lot of the signals and one of the leaders out there for North.
Whiting looking downfield, and it is incomplete. Had a man, but couldn't hold on to it. Was Moores. Would have been a nice catch, but just couldn't hold on.
Now they're taking their shots. Seeing the replay here. Whiting's looking for that seam route, and there have been multiple times where they've been close to connecting, but just haven't quite connected. Fortunately for North, they haven't connected. North Quincy, that is, fortunately. We'll see if North here might be made a sub here, so I think they brought on an extra defensive back for this third and long, very long situation, 3rd and 20. Yeah, so they're going to go 3 down linemen. Go 2 linebackers. And they're going to have 6 DBs.
3rd and about 20 now for the Eagles. Pass down the middle of the field is complete. They're going to have a first down. Oh, ball came loose.
They're going to say he was down, I think.
And no, they're going to say incomplete.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the side judge across on the Plymouth North side, and he's already pointing at the sticks to move, and he was saying first down. I know North is saying that they feel like he had possession, and I don't blame him there,
Tough call there.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here.
And Plymouth North is looking at the screen saying, like, hey, I was down. So it goes both ways.
It looked like it was a catch, and whether he was down or not, it was kind of tough to tell there.
Plymouth North is saying they were down. North is saying they stripped the ball and the ball was out, and the referee is saying it's incomplete. So we got 3 different opinions on the field. This is adding to the intrigue of this game so far. And Plymouth North is not happy, and I don't blame them. Especially because it's 4th and 20. That was a huge hit for them. That would have been a first down, or even if they, I don't know. 4th and 20, and they're going to have to punt it away. Rodriguez Smith is back deep at his own 35, ready to receive the punt. And they're getting close.
The ball
Pick it up.
Pick
it up. Too late.
It takes an Eagles bounce. Rodriguez Smith just decided to let it go, and they're going to down it at the
33, maybe?
At the 33, yeah.
1st and 10 Raiders.
Might have had a shot. We got to look at Greg Summers here, who runs the special teams unit. He's talking to Rodriguez Smith on the sideline. There was like a one hopper right at him. I thought he might have had a chance to be able to pick it up and get a few yards. And Rodriguez Smith, I think, just liked to play it safe. Maybe he wasn't comfortable with the hop, and he just let it go. But no, that's punt return unit for North Quincy's gotten pretty close to blocking a couple times, and they almost got it again. tell you, it's going to be a matter of time. If Plymouth North's got to punt again, they might get it. First and 10 from the 33. And they're going to get Hudak up the middle, but might lose a yard on it. Yeah, they're going to call loss of 1.
Loss of 1. Second and 11 for the Raiders.
So North trying to be a little bit more balanced. They want to, I'm sure they want to keep their foot down and move the ball a little bit, but they want to see the clock moving as well. They don't want to see incomplete passes stop the clock as well, especially with Plymouth North. Looks like they're starting to find their groove on offense. Got to keep the ball away from them.
Pass complete to Conley in the flat, and going to get to about the 39-yard line.
About 3rd and 5. And that's the benefit of the hitch route. We'll see in the replay. There's just cushion there, and it's a rhythm throw. I think that's like the biggest part of it from a quarterback perspective, is that you're just reading what's there pre-snap. And if there's a big cushion before the snap, then you know that's where you're going, and you time it up. The timing's like your foot's down and the ball's out, and it's there before the DB can get there. Those routes are quarterback's best friend.
3rd and about 6, and pass is complete. First down for North Quincy. And the referee right in the face there. Jordan Mahoney had the ball.
Somebody got taken out. If you look up top, too, whoever the receiver was, I couldn't see on the outside, was making a block, and then the Plymouth North player just gator rolled him there to the ground. So it's definitely getting physical. It's definitely getting intense. Plymouth North is definitely feeling the heat here, feeling the pressure. They definitely going to get a stop.
And we spot the ball at midfield.
Gonna go get some personnel changes. They're going to get some fresh bodies here. So Micah Kobe's come in at left tackle. Brody Baker's going to get a couple plays. Brody's been going both ways all night. They brought in Taylor Marquez as well. We've seen him a lot at outside linebacker. He plays a little H-back role on the offensive side. Handoff goes to Hudak, and he's got some room off left tackle, John. He
Has
could
some room
go.
across the 30-yard line up to 20-yard line. Will get pushed out of bounds at about the 15. Great job there by Ben Hudak. We've seen it a couple times here today. And big first down here for North Quincy, as we'll see in the replay.
They run the power. They got Taylor Marquez in the kick out, and they wrap around. I think it was Noah Baker. Maybe it was Alan Guan. They pulled the guard over around to the left side and allows Ben Hudak to come uphill with a couple lead blockers in front of him, and he does a great job. Rips off another big one. That's going to put him over 100 on the day. Fantastic job. That's what that balance creates. You can throw a couple of those hitch routes. You run the ball a little bit. That's what's going to open up the deep shots for North. Take what the defense gives you. You can't go wrong.
Hudak again, this time up the middle. And flag thrown on the play. I think this one might be coming back. Hudak had 114 yards rushing after that last play, but we'll see. I think then this one is going to get negated and come back.
Hudak, and he did a great job of there was an unblocked defensive tackle, as we'll see here. It looks like they ran a trap, and I don't know if they were reading
Yes, sir.
it.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down. Thank you.
10-yard penalty.
Not sure whether North tries to read that or if it's just maybe a misblocking assignment there, but Hudak did a good job to just kind of cut up field and avoid that first unblocked defensive lineman, defensive end, whatever you want to call him. But spot foul is going to get him 1st and 20. Yeah, 1st and 20.
Yep. All right, so move it back to the 26-yard line. Galligan looking for Wallenjom into the end zone, and incomplete. Nice defense down there by Logan Z. Motel, I believe it was.
They like the matchup. They got one-on-one again on Wallenjom on the outside, and just a little bit short there. If a little bit more air, he would have had a play on it, but looks like a good read there. It's going to bring up 2nd and long. We'll see what North has up here. Maybe whether they're going to take another shot or whether they'll try something a little bit shorter, intermediate, try and cut this down.
Actually, it might have been on Matt Tull on the coverage there for Columbus North. Galligan fakes the pitch, runs it up the middle now, and gets across the 20-yard line. And they're going to spot him down at the 18.
Here we go, a little speed option perhaps maybe there. We saw BR roll a little option last week at the stadium. Something we haven't seen from North too much of this year. Mike's a talented runner, and that's a great example there. He gained 8. Fortunately, it was 2nd and 20, but it cuts it down a little bit. And if they feel this is 4 down territory, I don't know what Nicola's range is, but they got 2 downs to get 12 yards, so they don't have to get it all here on this play necessarily.
3rd and 12 for North Quincy. Galligan right down the middle is a bullet, and it's complete. And
I think it's Conley.
let's see. Yeah, I believe it was Conley for the first down. Or he's just shy of the first down.
I think he's about a yard shy. Here we go. If we've seen anything from North tonight and from the past few weeks, Sean, they're bringing in all these big bodies. They're going to tighten up, and I think they're going to try and get Galligan over the line for the first down.
If they spot the ball, it looks like at the 9.
I think it's the 8.
Make it the 8, yep.
Yeah, it's about the 8. And
So
Plymouth North
yeah.
maybe is going to call a timeout here because
Yep.
I think everybody in the stadium here knows exactly what was coming on that play, and maybe Plymouth North's going to make an adjustment. The biggest thing for North too is they know what's coming, but you don't necessarily want to change the count either because a 5-yard penalty hurts you more than it hurts, I guess, Plymouth North at this stage. Plymouth North did a good job early on when North was backed up down inside their own 5 and they rolled out that formation. They handed off to Conley. They stuffed it and they were all over it. So maybe if they're aggressive in the inside, North maybe tries to go off tackle outside. Maybe they go back to the sneak.
All right, again,
No, they're going to go spread, I think, here. They subbed out one of the extra linemen, so going to change up their look based off of that. So we see offensive coordinator there, Dylan Meehan, talking with quarterback Mike Galligan. Dan Sampson there as well. He helps out with the offense. So we'll see what they've got here. On the positive side, they forced Plymouth North to burn another timeout, so now they've only got 1 timeout left. So if Plymouth North decides that they can stage a comeback here, they're not going to have timeouts to work with later on.
North Quincy has a late substitution, and they only had 10 men on the field, it looks like. So 4th down and 2 from the 8, and...
Yeah, I think North's now going to burn a time. No?
Timeout Eagles.
They just used their last timeout.
So
that's their 3rd and final timeout. They used one in their first drive, right?
Yep, they're out of timeouts.
So, yeah, late sub there from North. They made an adjustment on the sideline during that timeout, and one of the individuals there must not have heard it, the personnel change. So he was late running on. But Plymouth North wasn't ready for it either. Maybe they didn't spot it, not sure. Now they're forced to burn the timeout, so good for North. But you can sense maybe Plymouth North has a sense of urgency. There's a very huge down. They got it down to a 2-score game with under a minute to go in the 3rd, where they feel maybe they can get the stop, maybe they can get some momentum back.
Look at Will Conley and Ben Hudak went out in the field, and they realized, hold on a second, we only had 10 people. They turned to the sideline and motioned, and that's what alerted the coaching staff, and that's when you saw Wallenjump come on late. All right, North Quincy with 11 on the field now. 4th down and 2 again from the 8-yard line. They sent 3 receivers to the left of quarterback Mikey Galligan. Galligan looking to the left. Man open and touchdown North Quincy. Will Conley gets the ball, dives in over the pylon, and North Quincy gets another 6 points on the board.
Huge play there from North Quincy. 4th and 2, as we'll see on the replay. It looked like a little bit of a rub action on the outside, and they were able to get Conley free, as we'll see here on the catch. He run a couple inside routes, one inside route, and you get man coverage, and they were able to force that guy, I think, to kind of bubble over the top. Kind of like the Malcolm Butler play in the Super Bowl, you know, where they talk about the releases. And North Quincy got that release they wanted, and Will Conley got in the flat, and he did the rest.
All right, Alvin Nicola lines up and drives a bullet through through the uprights. And with that kick, it is now 35-14 North Quincy with 21 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Exactly what North Quincy needed to do on that drive. They pushed the score back up. They're up 3 scores again, really putting the pressure on Plymouth North. And Plymouth North, I think, felt that sense of, like, that was the moment they needed. And North Quincy responded. That's exactly what you're looking for. And I'll tell you what, this has been an excellent performance so far from North Quincy. No signs of letdown here tonight, kind of after a first-round loss in the playoffs against a pretty tough, big, physical Barnstable team. And, you know, instead of hanging their heads down and just checking out, you know, where you're kind of looking ahead to Thanksgiving, these guys were ready to go tonight. And I think a lot of the fanfare before the game, honoring the veterans, it brought a lot of emotion perhaps into this game, and brings you something a little bit extra than maybe you might not normally have for a typical non-playoff game.
All right, Jacoby Wall kicks it deep this time, fielded at the 20-yard line by Plymouth North. Logan Z. Motel.
Good
Nice return
tackle
there. And Z. Motel is going to get brought down at the 37-yard line, maybe the 38.
Number 5, Tim Tolan, sophomore. He made a great little tackle there. We'll see him darting through right here. Gets a good wrap from the outside lane and able to cut the legs right away. It's a negated return there. So you see Tolan jumping back out on the field there. He's been playing safety tonight. He's also the backup quarterback for the Raiders as well. He's had a good season with the JV's, doing a little bit of quarterbacking down there, but he's an excellent athlete with himself, talented baseball player in the spring.
Our Eagles start, and the pass is incomplete, was intended for Riley Garsh.
They're really picking on that single receiver side, and they see, I think, pushing it they like. So this time, instead of a hitch, they ran a deeper route. They ran a little comeback, trying to get the stick, trying to push it down the field a little bit more. Plymouth North now in definitely more of a hurry-up mode. They're getting right to the line and looking to run a play.
Handoff goes to Killian Murphy, and Murphy gets across the 40 before he's brought down there by Taylor Marquez. And that's going to be the end of the quarter.
See here in the replay, just a little run play up the middle. Might have been reading the defensive end, Paul Glenn, and Glenn looked like he had the quarterback, and they handed it off. But good job by Marquez to squeeze it down, come in, and make the tackle.
All right, so again, that is the end of the third quarter of play here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. North Quincy with a 35-14 lead over Plymouth North. Again, we encourage you to log on to Quincy Access TV's website at www.qatv.org for program schedules, membership information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. So again, qatv.org. Also remind you, on our front page of the website are all the classic Thanksgiving football games between the Quincy Presidents and the North Quincy Raiders. So go back and take a look at some of the games we have in our archive. Also, if you happen to have any older games that we might not have in our archive, you have some old VHS tapes laying around, or maybe some old film footage that you might have in your basement, please let us know. We'd be happy to take that off your hands or digitize it so we could share it with the community as well. We have most games going back through 1983. We are missing a couple of years. And anything older than that we do not have. So if you happen to have anything in your own archive and they'd like to share with us in the community, please give us a call at 617-376-1440.
I should add to that, John. I know you taught VHS. We get you still have the film projector too, right, for the reels?
We do, yeah.
So, because with some that we had at North that we've been able to share with you, but yeah, film reels too, everything. You guys got it all.
Yeah, we had Martin. You were able to give us a game from 1967. There was no audio with it, and unfortunately, kind of half of it was blurry. So whoever was running camera back then for Thanksgiving Day 1967, a lot of it was blurry, so it kind of made it tough to share. But anything like that, we're definitely interested in, again, so we can share with the community that we might have. All right, beginning the fourth quarter here for Plymouth North. Pass is going to be to the near sideline, and it is complete to Riley Garsh. As you'll see here in the replay, and Garsh is going to pick up the first down to midfield.
They're just going to hit the little comeback route. We'll see on the replay down at the bottom of the screen. Rodriguez Smith was off, and I'll tell you, Whiting's done a good job tonight. Rodriguez Smith's a quick kid, and he's been reading stuff pretty well this year. But the biggest thing from a quarterback perspective, if you time it and you throw it before the break, it's really hard to cover. And he's done a really good job, Whiting has, on the outside. We'll see again here. He's throwing before that receiver's making his break. And by the time the receiver turns around, the ball is right there, right on his hands.
Riley Garsh, back-to-back receptions for the Eagles. That one was an 8-yard gain up to the 42. Second down and 2. Quick pass to the right side this time, complete, still on his feet for Plymouth North. And nice run there by number 21, Micah Moores. And Moores going to get across the 30 to the 27.
Good job there by Will Conley to kind of make that last-ditch touchdown save and tackle there. We'll wrap him up. Sticks move again. Referee's going to hold it up here until the sticks get set and then whistle it in play.
Pass again over to the right side this time, and Brendan Keefe, with the reception. And he's going to get to the 21, it looks like.
North Quincy looks like they're just trying to keep everything in front of them. They don't want to get beat deep over the top, and I think they're content with letting Plymouth North throw the 5-6 yard routes now that they're down 3 scores and the clock is still rolling. So North won't be too concerned about those routes at this stage.
So essentially runs here for Plymouth North with these short catches, and they're staying in bounds as well.
Yeah, you can see Conley there was trying to keep him in, I think. Where the receiver was, couldn't tell. That might have been Brennan Keefe, number 7. Did a good job trying to get his feet out of bounds there. So you see, I think a couple of the North guys were hesitant too about the drilling them out of bounds necessarily. Yeah, clock is stopped, so they did rule him. He was out.
Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. Handoff up the middle now for Killian Murphy. Murphy gets across the 13 to the 12. Actually, they're going to spot him down at the 13.
Ariel White with the tackle there. For North, he's been playing a little bit of inside backer. He's bumped out a little bit. North's coming right to the line. They're getting ready to go.
Fake the handoff to Murphy. They pass it off to Moores. Moores reaches out. Ball comes loose, but I believe they're going to say he was down. And they're going to get him down at the 10-yard line. Maybe the 9.
It was Ben Wallenjom. He was flexed out there on that play, but he did a good job staying outside and making that run go back in. Gonna keep it where the help is, keep it in bounds. Clock's rolling for a 2-yard gain.
Looking into the end zone and incomplete. Was looking for Brendan Keefe there. Nate Sampson in the coverage for North Quincy.
Plymouth North was looking for a flag there. Awfully close to seeing the replay. Nate Sampson tightened up in coverage there. Perhaps he got away with a little grab, but incomplete. Good job. He's going to bring up 4th down. Big play here for North Quincy. If they can get a stop, this might seal it here where they can kind of just run it out and feel a little bit more comfortable.
All right, 4th down and 3 now for the Eagles. Ball at the 9-yard line. 9:25 to go in the game.
See if the defensive backs roll up maybe a little bit. They've been hitting the little hitch routes 5-6 yards all day. See if maybe North decides to press them up a little bit and try and take that away. Yep, they do. North's coming up here. They're going to try and take those short routes away.
Looking into the end zone. Oh, nice play there by Keefe for the touchdown. Great move as he was stopped at about the 5-yard line and then kept going. You see he stops and moves and comes into the inside. Great catch there.
I wonder if they planned that or whether that was just on the fly. That was a pretty good job there. Sampson was all over that initial hitch, and Whiting was thrown to a spot behind him, so maybe they did pre-plan that. But that was a good job there. good connection from Whiting. And was that Keefe? Was that
Keefe,
Keefe
yep,
again? Yeah,
yep.
he's had a good game. What's his stat line tonight?
Keefe, 5 catches, 31 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Whiting now over 200 yards passing, 209 to be exact, and 3 touchdowns. And the kick is up and is good there by Keegan Carr. So make it now 35-21 Plymouth North. Excuse me, North Quincy. I'm doing it again.
There's too many Norths going
yeah,
on
I know,
today.
right? Plymouth North just scored. Anyway, North Quincy 35, Plymouth North 21.
We'll see how. I'm sure North Quincy, if they get the ball, they're going to have to be alert. I'm sure Plymouth North might try some form of an onside or something a little tricky. Got to be alert to that. But otherwise, if you're North, you're going to try and run the ball here. Try and keep anything to keep the clock moving is your friend with a short pass or a run. Kind of keep the clock moving. Keep the ball out of Plymouth North's hands. Let's see here now. In the past, yeah, they're not gonna go in the center. So Plymouth North is gonna take it off the center of the field. Now the rules based on no. Okay, now he's moving to the middle. To say based on the rules, you can't overload a side either. So even if you brought the ball over to the hash, or like off the center, you can't put like 9 guys on one side of the kicker. I think you have to have. I think the minimum is 4, if I remember right. 4 on each side of the kicker.
And we've seen that in the
On one side
NFL
of
and
the
college
kicker.
as well to try to
Yeah.
help with player safety.
Right. Yeah, you can't line up in the hash and have like the other 10 guys on one side. So.
They kick it, and ball comes loose, and I think it went out of bounds. North Quincy caught a break there, went off a couple of hands, but it goes out of bounds.
Went off a 1, and then it took a really bizarre roll. That's a tough kick, too. That's a right-footed kicker. He's going to come across his body there.
Taylor Marquez was trying to hold on, or trying to field it, and took a funky bounce as it went past him, and then a couple of players, one from each team, are giving chase.
Excellent. So North will get the ball. They're starting in their own 49. They got Taylor Marquez, H-back, power back, whatever you want to call him. So
This just in, there is more pizza at the concession stand.
I thought we were going to get a volleyball score
Yeah,
there,
that's
John.
what I thought too. Well, more pizza is important for our the kids that are here at the stadium. More pizza. That's good to hear. All right, Ben Hudak with the carry crosses midfield, and ball comes loose. And I think they're going to say that Hudak was down.
The side judge on our side is saying that he was down.
Yep.
Second down. We'll see. They run a little deep motion. They're going to run that fake option look there, but they blocked everybody up front, so there's really no option involved. It was a handoff the whole way. North is substituted the big body, the big personnel group here with Mike Ekpobi and Taylor Marquez and Paul Glynn. No, Paul Glynn's on it. They still kept Sampson in. Toss to the
Calling with
outside.
the pitch to the left side, and he's going to cross the 45 up to the 44. And a late flag thrown here, and this is going to be against North Quincy, I believe, behind the play.
So, good call here by North. They go on the pitch out. North with Plymouth North, that is, has been very aggressive on the inside. They know that they've seen a lot of sneak and ISO. Lead power runs up the middle, so North decides to go with the outside. But we had some stuff going on behind the play, and unfortunately that's going to hurt North Quincy.
So the referee come over and talk to head coach Ryan Craig, and now making his way over to Chris Whitten, the head coach for the Eagles.
So the ball hasn't moved yet, but the ref's got it in his hand. Still waiting on the call.
Say, unless they're going to say offsetting, but
ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Those penalties offset. The down will count. It'll be third down. He was in bounds. We're going to roll, right?
All right, so they're going
We
to say
appreciate the very good explanation.
the offsetting penalties there. So mark the ball down at the 44-yard line from the run from Will Connolly. We'll bring up now a third down and about 3, and the clock will continue to run.
For the Raiders.
That's the stuff from North Quincy's perspective. You got to try and avoid up. They're going to air it out here. They're taking a shot.
Downfield, and it is incomplete. Looking for, I believe that's Sampson downfield, and it just goes incomplete. Sampson was looking for a flag. See here in the replay, Sampson was lined up like a tight end. And it was coverage downfield by Logan Z. Motel for the Eagles.
Interesting decision there from North. They knew that Plymouth North was going to play aggressive. I think they thought they might be able to take a shot on over the top, but it didn't pay off. And North Quincy's going to be forced to punt it away.
Number 10, Jordan Mahoney back.
8:17 left to go in the game. 35-21, North Quincy on top. High snap goes over Mahoney's head. He goes all the way back to the 25-yard line and kicks it away. And wow, North Quincy catches a huge break there, and Mahoney's punt continues to roll, and it's going to go all the way down to about the 22-yard line. They get the 21. What a break there for North Quincy.
I think Huge might be underselling that, John.
Wow.
As we see it rolling back, and Mahoney, I'll tell you, that was a good. He turned around and he stayed composed enough to kind of assess whether he was, whether he had time to get it off, and he had enough time to get it off, and he got a great roll. And we see Rodriguez Smith with the patented, windmill trying to get that extra half yard there. So we'll take everything we can get.
Wow, North Quincy, what a piece of luck there for North Quincy. It could have been lots of trouble there. But you said that the ball went so far back that Mahoney was able to get back, turn around, and he still had about 15 yards before the nearest Plymouth North defender was near him.
So North Quincy defense here is going to have to step up. They're not out of the woods. It is a 2-score game, but we've seen this Plymouth North offense able to strike quick down the field.
And, oh, man, another break there for North Quincy as the ball goes through the hands of Akai Moores. See here in the replay, Moores had plenty of green space in front of him. He was able to bring this ball down.
Yeah, as we see, Wayne does a good job. Fits it right in the window. They just weren't able to hold on to it. See if North Quincy makes an adjustment. I'm sure they might want Tim Tolan to kind of stay back a little bit as well. Keep it in front. Nobody's behind you. We got a flag down thrown on the Plymouth North side.
I think they're
Thinking they're going to say maybe North lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
But North
Neutral zone.
Yeah, neutral zone.
Prior to the snap, neutral zone infraction on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
So North Quincy as well has made an adjustment. They've put in some of the defense backs again, knowing that Plymouth North looks like they want to air it out again. So North will try and bring a few more defense backs to help out in coverage. You're going to go empty 5 wide receivers.
Whiting looking to pass, being pressured, has to roll out. Fires in. Oh, nice catch there by Plymouth North, and I believe that was number 7, and it is Brennan Keefe on reception at the 35-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
First down, but the clock will still roll. They just got to reset the chains. But it's dead when your knee's down, so even though he rolled out of bounds, his knee was in bounds,
right.
And that just blows the play dead automatically right there. So the clock is now rolling again now that the change is set.
All right, 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Whiting over and incomplete. Was looking for Keefe again, but over there for North Quincy, Tim Toland and Nate Sampson on the coverage.
Taylor Marquez got pretty close to, I think, getting a hand on that perhaps too. He was trying to undercut it from linebacker. Got into his drop. Incomplete, 2nd and 10, but it does stop it for Plymouth North, who we should keep in mind that they have 0 timeouts remaining as they used all of them in the 3rd quarter. So an incomplete pass almost serves as a brief timeout for them.
Yeah, they used 2 of them on one play. They called the timeout with 28 seconds left. North Quincy came out of formation, and then they called another one again because North Quincy, they had only 10 men in the field. When the 11th man came out, they didn't like the formation. And it's going to be a big sack there by North Quincy. Wallenjom comes up. There was miscommunication there on Plymouth's north side of the field, but Wallenjom made him pay on the sack, as we'll see here in the replay. And it's going to be a huge loss there for Plymouth North.
Great speed rush from the outside. Oh, that was close there. Hands are high, but he didn't get the face mask, luckily, there. He does a great job, and I don't know if it was a miscommunication as much as Ben Wallenjom just, I think he's a little bit quicker and more athletic than left tackle. He just bull rushed, sped rush right past him.
Goes all the way back to the 25-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 20 now. Whiting looks left, goes to his right instead. Passes complete to Keefe, and it'll be a 5-yard gain to the 30.
So we'll see here on the quick replay here. Do a good job. They get an inside release and get that nice little hitch route, but again, North does a good job just keeping in front. It was 3rd and a mile. Just don't get beat deep. Now it's going to be 4th and a mile, and Plymouth North forced to go for it, down 2 scores. North's going to be alert, though. Plymouth North's gotten close a couple times, and they've converted a long one already.
Coming to the near side of the field, and
nice
it is
job.
Incomplete. Great job there by Rodriguez Smith. As you see on your screen, he's pumped up as he knocked that ball away. Would have been a big play for Plymouth North, but Marquez Rodriguez Smith knocks it away, and it'll be North Quincy ball.
A smart play, too. 4th down, 4th and long. You don't need the interception. You don't need to fight for position to get the ball. You bat it down, 4th down, and you get in the field position back. Instead of, if you try and pick it off and maybe the receiver rips it out or you catch it, you're on your own 40. You just bat it down, 4th down. You get the ball now at the Plymouth North 31-yard line.
All right, so great job there by the North Quincy defense to get the turnover on downs, and they will now take it at the 30-yard line. Hudak on the carry for North Quincy, gets across the 30, and they're going to spot him down at about the 28, it looks like.
Yeah, good job by North. Little miscommunication up front there. Both guards pulled, and they nearly collided into each other. But they didn't hit each other, and Ben Hudak didn't hit either of them. But because he runs downhill so hard and all that, he was still able to get a few yards out of it.
Clock continuing to tick down here for North Quincy. And Galligan's going to keep it himself over to the right side, across the 20-yard line. Oh, excuse me, Toland on the carry.
They snuck that in and changed it up there. So see Tim Toland, he's a pretty physical kid when he runs the ball. We've seen on defense this year a couple times. He's laid the hits down. He's played with the shoulder pads, but you get the 1st down, and we get Mike Galligan back in for this play. I'll tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point the coaches start telling these guys, quarterbacks, start looking at the back judge and try and use up as literally as much of the clock as you can. See if you wait for that official to throw his arm up. So Galligan's pretty relaxed. Maybe he's looking for it. Nope, they're just going to keep it the same tempo here. Handoff goes to Hudak over to the left side. It's a great gain on 1st down. Get about 4. Oh, wow, that's a...
Let's see, they're going to spot him
he got to like the 10, but they're spotting him at like the 12. Maybe he got down early. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong pile here.
Yeah, so
he got down
13,
about the 12.
Yep.
To the 13.
Okay, yeah, I mistook him from the window here as one of the linemen that kind of fell over the top. Hudak getting a well-deserved break here on this play. Mahoney's checking in. See if they put Mahoney back there. Maybe run it.
4 minutes to go in the game. North Quincy looking to shut the door here on Plymouth North, either run the clock out or put another 6 points on the board.
Yeah, ref's got his hand up 10 seconds now, so North will run it. Alertly using clock. Taylor Marquez on the carry. There we go. There's a change up for North.
All right, Marquez gets up to the 10-yard line.
So clock continues to tick. Good job.
And actually, they're going to spot him down at the 11-yard line.
3rd and 6 for the Raiders.
North is going to go big personnel again here. As we see in the replay, good job by Marquez. Gets right up the field. Hasn't carried it much this year, but he's a physical kid. He's pretty athletic, too. We see him more as blocking and leading the way from an H-back or a wing type position. North having some substitution. Getting a late sub on here before they break the huddle. They're trying to go heavy.
So they got 5 seconds left on the play clock, and looks like Ryan Craig calls a timeout to prevent the delay of game.
Yeah, delay a game. I don't know if they were trying to make some substitutions. They were trying to go to the big package. I don't know if somebody's out or if maybe somebody didn't hear it, but they had a couple guys run on, and then somebody else ran on, and then they had someone run on even later. So you'd rather take the timeout, get the right play, get them focused. This could be 2-down territory. Not sure, again, what Alvin Nicola's range is or comfortability is. The positive, if the Raiders are going to go for a field goal with him, the ball right now is in the middle, so I don't know whether this play will determine how they feel about it. Usually you don't like to kick on the high school hashes. It's so wide. It's at such a weird angle for the kickers. At least if it stays in the middle, it keeps it in play possibly.
All right, 3rd and 6 for the Raiders. Conley on the toss, and he's going to lose some yards on the play. Back to the 13, it looks like. So it'll be a loss of 2.
Don't know if he might have lost his feet. He tried to cut there. Plymouth North did a pretty good job. They rallied to the outside. And they're going to trot out Nicola. And nope, they're going to take that back. They're going to roll the offense back out there. Yeah, I think unfortunately the hash just makes it a complicated issue. I think. Not that you don't practice it, but North might just elect to run a play and see if either they can get the first or just kind of run some more of the clock off.
So it would have been a 30-yard field goal attempt. Galligan looking to pass into the end zone, and
he got
touchdown, North Quincy.
Wow, he fit that in there.
Will Conley caught the threaded needle there from the Galligan, and North Quincy now with a 20-point lead.
What a throw by Mike Galligan. We'll see on the replay here. It was a little concerning. They ran out, and maybe they looked a little hurried, but Galligan had a lot of time. Plymouth North only rushed 4. And Galligan found the seam, and he fit that in there for Conley. What a catch as well, just out of the outstretched reach of T.J. Cohane, the junior defensive back for the Blue Eagles.
All right, Alvin Nicola now for the extra point. Conley will hold.
That throw was just impressive, knowing that Plymouth North was going to have to drop guys back. Oh, he got that. Wow. That looked close. I thought the same thing as you.
I was shaking my head. It looked like he had gone just far to the left, but it just snuck in there. So extra point is good there by Nicola. So North Quincy now with a 42-21 lead with 2 minutes to go, and this game is going to be wrapped up.
No silly penalties, no big plays. Just keep everything in front. There's no timeouts for Plymouth North, so Plymouth North is still going to – we'll see whether they – elect to try and push it down the field or whether they just say whether they kind of concede the game's over and just run it out. But we'll see. The North Quincy kickoff unit is elect to kick short the majority of the night. They're aiming for about the 45 to 40 and try and get no return, so I imagine we might see something similar here just to avoid any coverage mishaps.
Kobe Wall will kick off for the Raiders. forget, folks, on Saturday, beginning at 9 a.m., the Little Turkey Day. Correction, a week from tomorrow.
All right, Wall
So they
kicks
will
it deep.
kick deep.
Yep, it's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line by Plymouth North. And great tackle there by Marquez.
That was an excellent tackle. Wow, I'll tell you, the North kick coverage team responded there. They've let up a couple big ones this year, and I'll tell you what, they had about 4 guys ready. I think Plymouth North wanted to go up their sideline, and they had a bunch of guys going that way. The returner cut it back to the middle of the field, and there were about 4 Raiders waiting for him. So that kick deep worked out for the Raiders.
Wow. Great tackle there, again, by Taylor Marquez. Came up there, open field tackle, because if Logan Zimotel had gotten by him, it would have been another big gain there. So Marquez comes up, and ball is marked down at the 28-yard line, 1:57 to go here in the game.
Marquez has been a steady leader this year on the defense. He's not a captain that you see at the coin toss, but he's a quiet leader, leads by example. He's done all the right things throughout his career at North, weight room, in the classroom, football field, all that stuff, and he's the leading tackler. You can see why with plays like that. As pass goes incomplete over to the right side, and Nate Sampson does a good job to break it up.
Yeah, they were looking for Brennan Keefe again.
Girls volleyball update, John. I know we're tailing to the end of the game here, but as the 10 seed, they are tied 2-2 with the 2 seed Algonquin, so they're going to the 5th set.
Okay.
And that's at Algonquin too, so that's a hike, and at a number 2 seed, that'd be pretty impressive if they'd be able to take him down. Plymouth North electing to go deep again. Whiting's looking down the sideline
just off
for
the
Riley
fingertips of
Gosh.
Gosh, yep.
Marquise Rodriguez-Smith here defensively. Intended for number 4, Riley Gosh.
So North Quincy's doing a good job. They're not falling asleep. They're still staying alert to, in the event here that Plymouth North is going to try and hit big. Plymouth North also with a big in-town rivalry of their own as well on Thanksgiving. They get to draw Plymouth South.
Yep.
I think they're at Plymouth South this year, so that's always a pretty hotly contested game as well. I know the past few years they've been pretty tight. At least a couple of them within recent memory have been pretty tight.
Whiting pass complete at the 35-yard line, and looks like it's going to have a first down. Was complete to Armando Garcia.
So out of bounds, clock will stop. So we'll see here on the replay, it looked like a deep out. And they get it there. Missed tackle, but it's okay. North rolls them out of bounds. So North tries to been slowly rotating in some of the second unit here to close out the game. They hit that comeback again on the outside. Good tackle by Nate Sampson.
Keefe over there on the catch, stays in bounds, and they're going to spot him down at the North Quincy 49.
2nd and 2.
Yep, a little hitch route. And you can if you just look at the quarterback some, you can kind of see what his timing and his eyes are. If you see him snap back right away, you can tell that's something he's identified before the snap, and he doesn't need to see it before he throws it.
Looking for the running back coming out there. That was number 3, Killian Murphy, who was thrown just a little bit ahead of him.
And Brady Craig was all over that as well. But 3rd and 2, a long 2. And North rolling in some more subs here as we see Gavin Brown coming in now for North Quincy. Playing the outside, play some corner. We've seen Dominic Gonzalez in there, a senior, being able to get in as well.
Pass down the middle of the field, incomplete. Was looking for Garcia again.
See, we got Kevin O'Shea, senior defensive lineman in there as well. So, so you see the Raiders doing a good job here, keeping, not only getting some of these guys some varsity time here at the end, but avoiding any possible freak injuries that may happen. In the instance of a game, we got Ryan Wirtz in it. Looks like an outside linebacker, like a nickel corner type spot. Tommy Wirtz, his brother, is in at defensive end.
4th down for the Eagles. Whiting looking
Pick it.
downfield, and it is almost picked off there by Blake Nelson, but the wide receiver turned into defensive back. Riley Gosh knocked it away, and it'll be turnover on downs, and North Quincy, one kneel, and the game will be over.
So, North coming out. We're going to call for the victory formation. So, a well-deserved win here for the Raider Unas. We saw in the replay, Blake Nelson was right there. Would have had a shot to pick that. Coming forward onto it, but that's all right. The knockdown will just bring it back to the Plymouth North 49. With 40 seconds left, North should only take one knee here to close it out.
All right, so nice job here by North Quincy. They come out there onto the field and an emphatic victory, coming out strong. Oh, and as I talk about that, a flag is thrown.
Dead ball unsportsmanlike. 52. One more on him, and he can't play Thanksgiving Day.
Okay. The North.
So they identified the individual, and so they're just going to run somebody on here.
So yeah, hopefully
Right.
they get him off the field. He's not too sure what. I'm not too sure what happened, but
Maybe he said something. I'm not sure. The ref was all over it. There's, all the officials are there for the kneel down, and that's something that Coach Craig's over there addressing it with the individual in terms of that's the kind of silly stuff that you don't need, especially in a win like this. You don't want to take anything away from the team win. You don't want to put yourself in jeopardy of losing out on Thanksgiving.
all right, and they kneeled it down, and this.
Are they going to make him do another one because they're going to roll with
I don't-
25 seconds? I mean, it should be like AAU. Like, we're good here. Let the clock roll. We're good. We get the one kneel. Let's just get out of here,
Right,
please.
yeah, it was.
Like, we don't need the
It was
extra
very
snap.
confusing. The teams didn't move.
But
Ben
the rest,
Hudak-
the rest were still standing over there, too.
Yeah,
so.
no, Ben Hudak came over after Neil, victory, we won, and then no one else moved. So I didn't know if something else, there was another flag thrown, or if I missed something, but it was an interesting game all around for a multitude of reasons, but
But we're at the end. That's what matters.
yeah, as you heard, the horn goes final. So final score here, North Quincy wins 42-21. And as I was saying, it was a big emphatic victory for the Raiders, beating a tough Eagles team here. And more importantly, Martin, that we had talked about at the beginning of the game, North Quincy wanted to come out and play strong to get ready for Thanksgiving, and that's exactly what they did.
Emphatic
You got
victory here. The offense was rolling, especially in that first half. And the offense all night, 4th down, 3rd down, when they needed big plays, especially down in the red zone, they hit it, man. Mikey Galligan was on fire when they needed him. And what a way. This is a perfect way to go into Thanksgiving. Not only does the offense play well, the defense in spots played pretty well, so they can build off of this. And I think the best part about it, when the coaches look back, is that they won and there were no injuries tonight. That's like the biggest thing. So now you can rest, recover, and you get everybody ready for Thanksgiving Day.
All right, real quick, we'll run down some stats first for North Quincy. Mikey Galligan, quarterback for the Raiders, 12 of 21 passing, 151 yards, 4 touchdown passes tonight for Galligan. Ben Hudak, 16 rushes, 120 yards, and a touchdown as well. Galligan had 24 rushes and a touchdown to go along for North Quincy. Tim Tolan, Talon Marquez, and Will Conley all had rushes for North Quincy too. Will Conley had 8 receptions for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ben Wallenjom had a catch for 19 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Mahoney, 3 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown catch as well. For the visiting Plymouth North Eagles, Seamus Whiting, 23 of 48 passing, 244 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So a nice game there for Whiting. Killian Murphy had 10 rushes for 30 yards on the ground for the Eagles. Through the air, Brendan Keefe had 8 catches for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Riley Gosh, 7 catches for 69 yards. Logan Z. Motel, 3 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown. And Lakai Moores, 4 catches for 43 yards. Armando Garcia had one catch, for 13 yards as well for the Eagles. Real quick, we want to thank all of our crew that came out here tonight to make this game possible. Did a great job down here at the stadium with the final tune-up game for QATV before Thanksgiving as well. On camera, we had Ryan McWade. On graphics, we had Frank Hart. On audio, and our engineer was Chris Potter, and our director, Peter Doherty. So again, final score here was 42-21. We mentioned it a few times here tonight. We hope you join us on Thanksgiving morning on November 23rd. 8:30 a.m. is the pregame show. 10 a.m. kickoff between the North Quincy Raiders and the Quincy Presidents. So if you can't make it down to the field, join us. The game will be on QATV HD 1072, QATV Channel 8, and of course online at QATV.org. So for Martin Dunham, my name is Jonathan Caleri. I want to thank you for watching this edition of QATV Sports, and we will see you on Thanksgiving morning.